Alright, cool. Oh, look at that new login screen. Nice. That face cam could go down a little bit more. Look at that, I literally have not logged in for the entire day. That means I haven't done my dailies yet either. I was busy. Oh wow, the veteran callback thing is still a thing. All the way until May 30th, wow. Late stream, on time stream. I think I'm getting better. From now on, I will only be doing 24-hour live streams. How's that for an announcement? Every stream is a 24-hour stream. I wonder if I could actually get popular by being the only guy that does 24-hour live streams daily. I would kill myself. I would probably die. We've already talked about what instruments they all use because I used to be in marching band. See, Satma got a tuba, but Star 15 got a baritone. There's a difference. They look the same, but there's actually a big difference. And then Roll 65 got a French horn. M4 got a trumpet because trumpets are lame, and all the fucking pussies in marching band play trumpets. So if you know someone that plays a trumpet, they're an asshat. The orchestra wind instruments, I'm actually not too familiar with. I'm actually not too familiar with orchestra wind instruments. I am more familiar with marching band wind instruments. I know that those are all flutes. I'm pretty sure one of those is a bassoon or something, but like I'm not that familiar with them actually. And then we got the lucky back shit. I'm about to spend a lot of money in this stream. I'm going to be spending money. You know what? I was wondering who was going to be the live 2D one. Yeah, I'm actually surprised it was Sopmon. Sopmon that was live 2D. General Lou's live 2D too, but we don't give a shit about her, right? But Sopmon being live 2D is pretty nice. I'm still sad that, like, these are the outfits we ended up getting in the end. Because, like, one of my favorite outfits that, like, was never in the game that I always wish was their, I think their first anniversary promo outfits. These ones. I wanted these outfits to be a thing. I think these were really nice. I mean, like, we kind of got them on the Team 404 side a little bit. Kind of. But I wanted them for the anti-rain, though. I wanted them for the anti-rain. I like the idea that Sopmod is playing the drums. So Sopmod is on percussion. And I like that idea. And then, like, also in this one, Row 65 actually has the trumpet. So, like, and then, like, 416 actually has the French horn. But, yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. I think this one was like the second anniversary, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, we do get to see, 40 play the, play this thing. If you have the orchestra, set, though. She is in that. We got it halfway. If I go to my dorms, I could show it off. You see, 40 playing her cello or whatever it's called. I know wind instruments. I know a little bit of percussion, but I'm not too versed in the other shit though. I remember when I was going through middle school, I remember going through all the different instruments, and I remember having the choice. Okay, me and my friends going to middle school, I remember having the choice. It's like, there's marching band, there's orchestra, there's choir, and like, for all the musical shit. And I remember me and my friends looking at each other, but like, yo, we're not going to choir, right? None of us is going to choir. My cousin went to choir, but I was like, yo, choir is like where the girly boys go. Fuck choir. No. You don't go to choir. You don't go to fucking choir. Also, my cousin actually got recruited to choir because he actually had a high-pitched voice. My cousin actually, he could get them high notes. But I was like, no, none of us is going to choir. So we took on choir. So it's basically between like orchestra or marching band. Me and one of my friends went to marching band, but then, because it was 4 of us, it was like a group of 4. My other 2 friends went to orchestra. Orchestra is a lot more prissy. A lot more prissy than marching band. Honestly, marching band is badass, alright? Hashtag not being biased, alright? Not being biased whatsoever. Well, orchestra, alright. The guys that go into orchestra are literally only there to try to show off the chicks. Alright? They're basically a bunch of simps. And then the girls that go to orchestra, they only went there because, like, ew, it's so romantic. These instruments so classy. Like, that's why they went there. But if you went to marching band, though, that's where the real men went. So marching band, you gotta have good air intake, but you also need to be moving your legs, though. So marching band's where the men go. It was actually definitely a lot harder than I thought it was, though, because, like, you actually needed to be fit. You needed to be able to march for at least, like, an hour or 2 straight. At first, when they were training you, you gotta go to 30 minutes straight. Actually, it's funny because, like, when we first started doing marching band, we actually was training with the ROTC guys. You know, ROTC, the fucking military buffs. So, like, we were training with those guys, actually, on marching. And I was like, yo, we signed up for band, right? And it's like, why are we doing this? But the marching part was actually, like, really important, though. Because, like, especially if you were someone like me, you're a short fucking Asian guy who decided to go for the baritone. And they're like, you sure you want to go to the baritone? You don't want a trumpet? I'm like, fuck no. Everyone else is going for the trumpet because the trumpet was the easiest one to pick. I was like, I'm not going for the trumpet. I want the big one. At first, I tried to do the tuba, but I didn't have the lungs to do the tuba when I was that age. I think I could do it now, actually, but back then, I just didn't have enough air. I couldn't circulate that. But baritone, I could do, actually. With minimal. It's funny, because I was able to play the baritone with actually minimal backlog to my lungs, but then the tuba I couldn't do. So it was like, there was no middle ground for me. It was either I could play the tuba or I could not play the tuba. And then I could play the baritone just fine. And since I could play the baritone, the trombone actually has the same mouthpiece. However, trombone, I don't know if you guys know how dangerous trombones are, actually. So trombones are like the long ones. Trombones are the long brass wind instruments. That's one where, like, you pull the thing back and forth. And trombones actually is probably one of the most dangerous marching band instruments there is. Hashtag not an exaggeration, actually. Like, literally actually not an exaggeration. So when you're in marching band, like, they actually got every kid who's in marching band who played the trombone, they asked them, like 10 times, are you sure we'll play trombone? Are you aware of how dangerous it is? Okay, cool. We need your parents' consent form. Your parents need to fucking sign a waiver. Because that way, if a kid falls down while playing the trombone, then the school doesn't have to be held reliable because the parents were already told the dangers of playing the trombone. Not even kidding. So, if you fall down while playing, like, a trumpet or, like, a tuba or a French horn or, like, you know, literally, like, any other wind instrument, like a saxophone or something, you're mostly fine. you were fine for the most part because like you could just like drop the instrument as you're falling. Or if you tripped anyway, you probably let go of the instrument. A trombone's not the same way though. You see, with the trombone, the instrument is actually like wrapped around you. So when you are marching with a trombone, it's kind of on you. And when you fall, it's elongated. And there's a good chance that when you're playing and you're marching and you trip, you don't have it in like this, you have it out. You have your arm punching in like a punching position already. So you're already like fucking max extended. And then you fall, and that thing collapses in on itself and hits your teeth. There is horror stories of like people getting a fucking brass windpipe shoved down their windpipe. Or at the very least getting their teeth knocked out. And then they have to go see a dentist or orthodontist to get dentures at the fucking age of 13 or 16. Getting dentures at that age. So, yeah, very dangerous. Like, there's a difference between marching and running. Because they tell you, actually, they literally tell you, especially if you're playing trombone, do not run with your instrument. Do not run. You walk or you march. No running. Probably the safest instrument to run with was either the French horn or actually like the saxophone, because like the French horn you hold on your side, and then the saxophone like you're holding like down nearby your hips. Everything else you kind of like have elevated up higher, so it's a little bit more dangerous, but not as dangerous as the trombone was. It also, if you play percussion in marching band, and if you played the drums instead, you were good too then. You were totally fine. You're not having the fucking drums in your mouth, you know? Also, by the way, they did actually constantly warn percussion players not to chew on their sticks. Sounds kind of dumb, right? To have to warn percussion players, like, not to, like, chew on their sticks. But actually, it was a really big problem, actually. It was actually a really big problem. I don't know why, but like, every drummer that I personally knew, they were always kind of like wigging out. Like, they always seemed like they drank like 3 cans of Monster energy drink or something, or like Red Bull. So it always seemed like they were more hyped up than usual. So they were always chewing on their drumsticks whenever they weren't doing something. Maybe because like they were like super nervous, or they're like just hopped up on something. So a lot of drummers I knew, they had to replace their sticks like every like 2 or 3 months, just because like they were literally unable to use them anymore. They literally like ate wood. Basically every drummer I knew was a beaver. I don't know. And but where was I going with this story? Either way, marching band is for the elites, and choir is for prissy boys, and orchestra is also for simps. The simps go to orchestra, the prissy boys go to choir, and only the men go to marching band. Because we're the only ones that actually had to train with ROTC guys on marching. So, there you go. Also, you got kicked out of marching band too after the first 2 months if you were not able to handle the workload. Basically, you were told that if you still wanted to do something musical, you were told to either go to choir or to go to orchestra. Like, basically, we sent people to those guys because those guys aren't as hard on their dudes as we were. Yeah. Also, marching in the hot sun, that sucks too, by the way. Oh, you know how, like, you guys know how, like, very, you guys know how, like, oh shit, what's what I was looking for? Competitive. There we go. You guys know how competitive cheerleading is actually, like, very, like, energy intensive? Competitive marching band is also very intensive as well, actually. I'm literally putting marching band in the same line as cheerleading. They both take a shit ton of energy, and I did both. So, yeah, I had a lot of energy to spare back in high school. And it went on into college, too. I still had a lot of energy to spare in college. Although, that energy was rerouted into going to parties, though. So, a little bit different there, but kind of the same idea. I remember one of my high school friends did actually want to be like a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader professionally. And then she asked me, yo, you want to have like a ring pack for us to go together? And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, because we need guy cheerleaders too. And I was like, no. Like, I'm doing this for fun. I'm not gonna make a fucking career out of it. I mean, who knows? Who knows? In a different lifetime, I could have made a career out of it, right? But, you know, who knows? Anyway, before I do anything lucky, this has to happen first. Because this is where all my luck wants to go in right now. Before I use up said luck. So, agent is first, and then we do all the other shit. So this is the most important thing. Also, guys, I'm spending money. So, yeah. F in the chats for my wallet. My wallet. I would bust out the credit card. But then I remembered, I'm streaming. I gotta be careful with my credit card. I don't want you guys to be taking screenshots of my credit card online or anything like that. That reminds me of like this one stupid thing I saw, and I don't know if it's real, but like there's screenshots of a girl on Twitter showing off her new credit card, and then like being confused on how she got like, you know, purchases on the credit card already. So she had to call her bank to give her a new credit card. And then she showed her new credit card on Twitter as well. And then again, same thing happened. She got confused on like why charges were being made. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, this is a fake story, right? It's fake. It has to be fake, right? But it's probably not fake, because people are just that dumb. And yes, it was a blonde chick. If I want to play into the stereotype, it was a blonde chick. Oh, I don't think I have any I-guess swaps. Yeah, I don't think I have any I-guess swaps. But yeah, people are just that dumb. What did you miss? Alright, too long didn't read. Marching band, choir, and marching band, choir, and orchestra. Marching band is where the manly men go. Choir is where the prissy boys go. And orchestra is where the simps go. Boom. Hashtag not biased whatsoever. Also, I did rant a little bit about the instruments that that Team Anti-Rain used and stuff like that. That's the too long didn't read. You can check the archive later on. Motherfucking fuck. Yo, I'm only like 8 in. How is everything a 2-star? I feel like I'm getting lucky, but like in the wrong aspect. I'm probably not even gonna get this. Oh, look at it, I called it. But am I happy that I called it? Fucking 50% my ass. I can't wait to be this salty when Girls Frontline 2 actually comes out. I'm going to see a 95% shot, and I'm going to miss a 95% shot. And then I'm going to swear off of playing Girls Frontline forever. It's like, we have fucking video evidence of me missing 99% shots on XCOM. I can't wait to do that in Girls Frontline. It's the best when you're like one tile away. Because like the graphics don't line up with the percentages. We not getting agent? Not today. I'm not gonna speedrun for agent because I have the whole month. I have the whole entire month to get agent. So like if I am getting agent, it's gonna happen. But like obviously I'm gonna use up my free shit first. Okay. Shit. I guess it's not happening today. We'll try again next week. We'll try again next week. Alright. Unless... Check out this snipe right here, boys. Right here. The 1-for-1. I'm gonna fucking lock in. I'm locked in right now on agent. Check this shit out. Agent right here. I'm not doing 10. That'd be a waste to do 10 right now. I'm just doing this for the lulz. Oh, didn't get it. All right, cool. All right, guys. Next week then. Next week. All right, agent. You've eluded me. You eluded me this time. Oh, cool. This is just like last time. Happy anniversary, Commander. Are you looking for a dance partner? Oh, wait. Is it the same lines as last year? Must be tough having to choose among all these dolls. But I'm sure you already know that you won't find a better partner than me. That seems familiar. That seemed familiar. No SF lines? Oh, that's sad. That's actually really sad. Commander, what would you like Ithaca to wear in this special day? Here are some possible outfits. Please take your pick. With my perfect figure, I can pull anything off. Oof! Don't say that in front of Star 15. Do not say that in front of Star 15. I feel like someone will die. Huh? Why is your nose bleeding all of a sudden? Hey, the commander is indeed a commander of culture. The commander just imagining what Ithaca would wear. No! How dare you? How dare you? Damn you, Mika! She's Griffin. Come on, she's Griffin now. She's totally Griffin. ... What? Why are you standing like there like a doom call? Oh yeah, this is the same. This is definitely the same. You think I'd say something touching? Don't flatter yourself. I only came very reluctantly for my ad, since everyone is required to pay their respects. So don't expect me to say anything cheesy. It's just an anniversary. You're not thinking about leaving, are you? Then it doesn't matter whether we celebrate, does it? Well, if you must hear it, I suppose I can hear you after all. You did work hard, very hard. Happy anniversary. Cool. So... I'm pretty sure, I can't remember like this worked last time or not. Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah, I remember. Ta-da! Surprise, Commander! Didn't expect you to be so shocked. You honestly never saw this coming, but I thought it'd only be expected. Never mind, since it's such a happy day for all of us. Let's just let this slide. Happy anniversary. Here's to a lasting partnership. No matter how you look at it, Griffin can no longer do without you. So stand tall and proud. I'll tell anyone the same thing, the Commander is an essential part of Griffin. Even though it was long ago, it still feels like yesterday when you first reported for duty. Do you still remember what I said when you first reported for duty? Your job is to occasionally repel small-scale Sanvis incursions in the area. I remember that. Back in the day, boys! Remember Mastermind? Oh, the mysterious Mastermind. Oh, shit. And remember how, like, we spent so many chapters with chasing M4 and shit? We must get M4. She is the Deus Ex Machina. Actually, M4 is still the Deus Ex Machina. But back then, though, she was, like, more Deus Ex Machina. And it was, like, such a huge thing to try and capture M4 and shit. Yeah, those are the days. Things don't always go according to plan, you know? This is a scam, I swear. Rather, fate must have chosen you for this job. We're lucky to have you with us. Keep doing your best, Commander. Oh, wait, this too, right? What? What? Mika! Yo, I think there was a fuck up. Mika? Can you fix this? Okay, I'm going to assume that's actually the same for the other ones. Spaghetti code! Spaghetti! Spaghetti! I love me some spaghetti! More spaghetti. Cool, I'm gonna assume Kalina's the only exception. I assume Kalina's the only exception. To be fair, we can read this just by Googling it. We don't need this in-game. We could just Google this, but you know, it'd be nice if it was in-game, but yeah. Yep. Cool, cool. Alright, good talk. Good talk, everybody. Good talk. I know you said it, but I'm still gonna check. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still doing it. Still doing it. Damn you, Mika! Alright. Alright, cool. I had to see it. I had to see it for myself. I had to see it for myself. I had to see it for myself. I could talk to my fairies. I could talk to my fairies. They're Griffin. They're Griffin. They're T-Doll. They're T-Doll. They're totally T-Doll. They're technically T-Dolls. They're 100%. They are 100% T-Dolls. 100% T-Dolls. I don't like it. Kind of saddens me that this one is like a radio transmission. That's kind of sad, actually, that this is like a radio transmission. Do you still remember Zone T6 and the SO9 password trigger cubes? That's right. It was when we first met. Back then, I was separated from my friends and evading Samus pursuit all by myself. I must have looked incredibly flustered. I never would have imagined myself coming with you all the way from Area SO9 to the Padiski submarine base. We really have come a long way. Many years have passed, long enough for a regular human's taste buds to be completely replaced 100 times. Their skin cells dozens of times. Their red blood cells also dozens of times. It's also long enough for you to have undergone so many iterations in my neural cloud that all my memories concerning you are now unalterable. When I was utterly helpless, you reunited me with 15, Sop 2, and 16. You also stayed by my side and helped me cope with 15 and 16's departure, as well as welcome Rose's arrival. I'm able to bravely set off every time because I'm certain that you will always be there waiting for my return. And now you are all with me, and so are you. To me, this is the very definition of warmth. Unfortunately, I can't afford to stop where I am and savor this hard-earned peace, because I have yet to complete my objective. I will still head off again and again to the dangerous unknown, but never doubt that I will fearlessly overcome all obstacles in my journey back to your embrace. Wow, this kind of makes it seem like she's the main waifu, huh? We're gonna see her in Girls Frontline 2, right? As the main waifu? What's that? What's that? I think I hear NTR. I think I hear Mika saying NTR somewhere in the background. So allow me to make one selfish request. Wait for me. That doesn't happen. We've all seen the trailer for Girls Frontline 2. That doesn't happen. We've been spoiled. Mika spoiled us. Alright, guys. It's time to go for the actual canon waifu. time for the canon waifu. There we go. There's the canon waifu. Canon. Yeah, it's the same as last year. It is. It's definitely the same. The only ones that were new would be the actual new T-Dolls. Those are the only new ones. Some liqueur commander. They seem to have gotten you pretty smashed. Then dance with me, will you? We often get to celebrate like that. I pretty much made the exact same joke with Groza last year. I made the exact same joke with Groza. Just relax and let me lead. Who knows? You might enjoy the feeling. Dude, notice how short? Notice how fucking short Groza's line is, though? It's like, no, she don't have to try. She knows she's main character. She knows she got fucking main character status. Dude, she has like no lines whatsoever. There was actually somebody else I wanted to look at. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right. What do you say? What do you say? Commander, happy anniversary. Good talk. That's all she says. That's it, Gus. That's all she says. What? Don't look at me like that. That's all she said. That's literally all she said. Alright, shop. Shop time. This is the part that hurts. This is the part of the stream that hurts. I don't know why I keep doing the heart thing for Kalina. There's literally no more reason for me to do it. Kalina is at max affection with me since like a year and a half ago. Maybe since 2 years ago. I spent so much money in here. And you get Kalina affection every time you spend money. Alright, so buying that. Cool. 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 Oh no! Oh no, what's happening? Oh no, what's happening? Okay. Doesn't she give you stuff, though? She gives you costumes, if that's what you're inferring to. You get that one. You get that one. You get... This one is the max affection one. You only get that one at max affection, I believe. That one was a special event. That one was a special event. That's a special event. And that's a special... Well, that's the DJ Max one, definitely. That one... I think you get that one, too. That one you also get for free. Yeah. Lover's Discord you can get for free. Special... And then that, you get... Rock and Spanner was the max. That was the max one, though. That was the max one. Don't you need to pat Cal for the daily gift? I don't remember. All right. How much you spending? Let's look and calculate this shit. Let's look and calculate this shit. Let's see. I'll go ahead and share the window with you guys. All right. Here's the calculator, boys. All right, there's the calculator. All right, let's do this. All right. Am I buying this one? No, we're not buying this one. Am I buying this one? No, we're not buying this one. Am I buying that one? Hell yeah. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's 4. That's for that. 24.99 times 4. That's $99.96. Woohoo. Woo boy. All right, we getting up there already. We already getting up there. And then, am I buying this one? No, I don't need this one. Especially since I'm already getting all these other ones. Am I buying this one? No, we're not buying that one. Am I buying this one? Oh, okay, I'm buying one of those. Okay, I'm buying one of these. I'm actually doing this mostly for the memory fragments. I'm buying one of that. So we're going to add plus 7.99. Okay, we're at $107. Am I buying this one? No, I'm not buying that one. Not buying that one. I'm buying this one. No, I'm not buying that one. Okay. I'm buying this one. Yeah, okay. So it's been reset. The bonuses have been reset. So we're going to add in plus 99.99. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so that is $207.94. How much money do I have in my bank account right now? BRB. Checking my bank account. How much money do I got in here? What do you mean you don't recognize my fingerprint? My phone is trying to lock me out right now. That's my finger, yo. That's my finger. You know what my finger is. I finger my phone daily. It should know what my finger is. Yeah, no, we're fine. I got money. We're fine. All right. Hey guys, I just paid my energy bill. My energy bill for last month was $101. All right. Also, my storage for last month, for this month, is also $100. All right, we're fine. All right, we're fine. All right, so we are at $207.94. Okay. All right, this is fine. That's actually pretty cheap here in Vegas. Here in Vegas, the average people spend in summer here in Vegas is around like $180 to $200. $180 to $200 is the average here. So for me, spending $100 for being single is actually pretty good. All right, let's buy that. Oof. Damn you, Mika. Oh, oh, oh. Is that not beautiful? Is that not beautiful? Is that not beautiful? 12,960 gems. That's nice. That's nice. I want to admire. I want to admire that because we're about to lose it. We are about to lose those gems right now. All right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. First anniversary bag. Wait, which one is this? Is this the first one? Oh, that's the fourth one. Let's do this in order. First anniversary bag. First anniversary bag. Guys, remember, these just might be $30 black cards. It is a possibility. These could just be black cards, but let's hope they're not black cards. All right. First anniversary. Second anniversary. Please don't be $30 black cards. Dude, my phone is going crazy right now. My phone is vibrating for every purchase I make. My PayPal purchases. Kalina already loves me. She can't love me any more than this. Third anniversary. Yeah, like, if I know that from my sister, because since my sister got a whole family now, for my sister, she usually spends about like $160 to $170 in summer per month on electric bills. Fourth anniversary. All right. Guys, I'm gold! You level up to Google Play Gold, Play Points Gold through the end of 2023. That means I spent too much money. That means I've spent too much money. This is like getting VIP. Okay, here, I don't know if you guys know that much about casino stuff, but like here in Vegas though, like casinos watch everyone that walks through. If you spend a lot of money, casinos they will find casinos like will send people to you. They would treat you like a VIP and shit. Like if you gamble a lot, if you eat at some of the restaurants and shit, then like they'll send like some security guards to you, but you're not in trouble though. Instead, they come up to you and they're like, "Sir, we would like to make you VIP." And then like you get free meals. You get free buffet meals. You get free you get like a free like $1,000 voucher at like the casino like tables and shit like that. You also get an upgrade to your hotel room. Assuming that you didn't already have like a VIP suite in the hotel room, like let's say you went like for a normal hotel room, they're gonna upgrade you for free. So like you walk into a casino and they're like, "Yo, like we're gonna like put you like in the penthouse or some crap like that." And you're like, "Oh, I don't want to spend the extra money." And like, "Nah, it's on the house, sir. We're gonna put you up in that top of the line room up there. Also, you want bitches? We send you bitches for free. We pay for the bitches." But basically, you spend a lot of money, the casino would treat you like a king. Because the thing is that the happier that you are, the more that you spend on other shit. So the money that they're losing by giving you free shit, they're gonna make double that, actually, by making you very, very happy. So, yeah. Dude, that took a while to process. Alright, guys. Check out the top corner of that screen. That's beautiful right there. 15,000. 15,000 gems. 15,364. Okay, wait. I was buying one of these, right? Not that one. Not that one. That one. I'm buying this one. The 100 course is nice, too. But actually, I really want the 2,000 memory fragments. The 2,000 intermediate data is also nice. And the 1,000 advanced data is also very nice, too. The capsules, whatever. Dude, my bank is gonna think somebody stole my card. They're gonna be like, yo, we saw like a lot of purchases. I was like, yeah, that's me. That was me. That's me. Are we good? We good? Are we good? So the bonus is gone now. The bonus is gone. But I still got this bonus. I'll come back to these in a moment. Oh yeah, I just still need to do my simulation shit. Hold on. Since I'm literally like just logging in for the day now, I gotta do the cheapo shit first. Yeah, I didn't log. I usually like try to log in after server maintenance, but like because we had server maintenance, like I was obviously asleep when it was over. And then like I didn't log in for all day today since I had errands to do today. So I just didn't have time. I had to be a fucking adult. It was my day off. It was my day off today, but like I'm still trying to like fix my whole like car situation here since I have no Cadillac converter anymore, and that really sucks. Yeah, not having that Cadillac converter really puts a stinger in my schedule. You. What the fuck was your thing again? Ah, that's what your thing was. What was your thing again? Ah, right. You're basically Einfeld. You're like another version. You're like another version of Lee Einfeld. Right. Any good machine guns here? That should be good. And then K5 is always good. My phone won't stop ringing. My phone literally won't stop ringing. And sort by damage. All right, cool. All right, awesome. All right, awesome. All right. Nice. I mean, it's a pretty easy one to figure out. Sometimes it's impossible though. I hate it when like it's literally impossible sometimes. I don't like how like these drills make you think differently about how to make a team, because we've been taught by the game to worry about survival, right? But this is not about survival. It's literally like it doesn't matter if like your girls die as long as you do it really, really fast. Hey, you know what would be the fastest way to defeat them? How about you just send them into self-destruct, right? Like, would that not be the fastest way to do it? All right, wait, the Desert Eagle team. Wait, they were the team that literally like blew themselves up and shit. Like, yeah, just send them in. I need you girls to strap bombs to yourself. Blow yourselves up. Blow yourselves up. That'd be the fast way to do it. I'd be the shitty commander. Whoa! Hold on, guys. I can't have 45 on the main screen. I'm dying right now. Gotta throw up on my mouth. I don't like how sad she looks. Dude, that's her. Would you believe that's her undamaged art? Like, it's so weird that this is her undamaged art. This makes me think that she's damaged. Her damage art actually makes her look nice, except like I can see that her clothes are torn a little bit, but like she's not crying in this one. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I had Ithaca there before, but I don't know if I want someone else now. I'm probably gonna change this again, like right now from Gacha. But I'll put Sei here for now, since we're in Valhalla still. Alright. Alright, we doing this? We fucking doing this? IDW? You must have me confused with some schmuck. Alright. I have 2,231 gems. Alright. So, we all agree that I'm not doing marching band. Because, like, hashtag might be a little bit of biasm there. But I just can't see myself doing the marching band one. So, we all agree I'm not doing marching band. But this one, now this one, those are nice. My thoughts about the marching band outfits might be different if it wasn't for the shit I've done in my life. Yeah, it's okay. They're uniforms. To me, it's just not cute. It's what you wear. I can't really say anything about that. I have a feeling that so General Lu's like also like very clumsy in canon. I feel like if I were to actually see General Lu in the outfit in real life, I'd probably yell at her. I'd be like, General Lu, what the fuck you doing? Take those clothes off right now. She'd be all like, I'm sorry, Commander. I wanted to march with the other girls. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Take those clothes off. You're an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment to the marching band name. Yo, I ain't getting shit. At least I'm getting the 5-star furniture. Who do I want anyway? I definitely want a type shotgun. I definitely want type 97 shotgun. That's the best one here, honestly. I don't care about Thoughty handgun. Thoughty handgun can go fuck herself. Come on! Oh shit! Who I get? Who I get? Who I get? Who I get? Is that Papasha? I think it was Papasha. It's Papasha! What a cutie. What a cutie. Balloons can only drift so freely without a care in the world because they know they're being held by someone who can be trusted. I understand this sense of security. Aw, you're adorable. You're adorable. I already lost count how many that was. Was that like 6? I think that was like 5. I think that was like 5 gachas. I already lost count. I wasn't counting. I wasn't counting. Pasha, number 1, baby. All right. I started off with 2,200, and I'm on 1,800. So that means that was the 4th. That was the 4th one then. 4 times? That's pretty good. Get into costume in only 4 gachas. That's not bad. That ain't bad at all. I'll be real with you guys. Like, if I were to get any of the marching band outfits, I literally won't use them. Like, Like, I just don't think they, I just can't see them looking that good at all, honestly. Like, I actually prefer their default outfits more than these outfits. Legitimately. Hashtag slight biasm there. Slight bias. Hashtag lots of bias. I can't look at anything but professionally. I see it only professionalism. I prefer their original costumes. I won't even use them. It'd just be a waste. Alright, can I get anything besides Papasha? Yeah, the Lou Halloween is top tier. Definitely. The Lou Halloween costume is great. Oh, shit! Alright, who'd I get? Who'd I get? Who'd I get? Who is it? Who is it? FX05! Cool! She got even a guitar. Her guitar's in here, too. Allow me to play the song of my people for you. I like her. Her outfit's really nice. I hear that if two people walk through this alley while sharing an umbrella on a rainy day, their souls will never be parted. Oh, I wasn't being serious. Number 2, yo. The beaner. $77. That means 7, right? I got 2 costumes and 7 gachas. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 2 costumes and 7 gachas. Let's fucking go. Damn it. For some reason, I was hopeful. I was hoping for something there. Oh, I got a new one. Oh, I got a copy? I'm already getting copies now. I'm still trying to get Type 97 shotgun. Would love. Because that is an awesome costume. Damn it. Damn, it's like, I really thought it was happening. Oh! Oh! Oh, that hurts. Oh! No 5-star. That hurt me. Hey guys, you know what's the worst thing? The wedding dresses. The wedding dresses are coming too, and I'm gonna have to simp for those. Oh! Oh! Twice in a row. No 5-star. No 5-star furniture. You're killing me. You're killing me here, game. Come on. Okay, I got 2. At least I got 2. Oh, I got a new one. I got the background this time. I got 2 of them. Awesome. Yay! I felt it. No, that one, I really felt it. I was feeling something. New one, awesome. I could feel it. I could feel it in my pants. Shanghai's a slower reader, god damn it. What'd I get? 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 Give me something good. Give me something good. What'd I get? Okay, that's great. Okay, good. Okay. I literally got them all. I literally got all the non-live 2D ones. I got the non-live 2D ones at least. How about a dance commander? It's not every day that I dress up for an occasion. I love to share a memory that belongs to only you and me. Number 3. Ayo, baby. I want to like go to my dorms right now. I'm in my dorms. What am I talking about? I want to go to my dorms right now. I want to gift them. I'm gonna start gifting them away. I gotta start giving them away. It makes me when I give her a costume like these, it makes me want to level them to 100. I mean, to be fair, I get my girls level 100 eventually. I just do it really slowly. I do it on the off chance because, you know, every girl can get Digimon, you know. Nice. See, look at I got CZ805 to level 100. She's already level 100, and she's already a ×5 dummy. This makes me want to use her. So here's the thing, I already have Papasha's wedding dress outfit. I already have her wedding dress outfit, so this is kind of a downgrade for me. It's kind of a downgrade. This is kind of a downgrade. I might want to put her back in that one. Okay, before I gacha some more, I feel like I need to spread. I need to spread out the luck. Hey, you know what's too bad, guys? It's too bad there's not a point event happening right now. Because you know how, like, point events, they usually have, like, the spend token thing in the point event thing? Yeah, it's too bad there's none of that happening right now. Because everyone is spending tokens right now. I don't know what they would give away for free in a point event right now, but it would be cool if we had one. Okay, alright. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Anniversary sets. I guess we go in order. First one. Okay, who do I not have? So I already have Suomi. I already have Type 95. That's it? That's it? Suomi and Type 95. I think that's the only one I have of this set. Oh, they got 5-7. I think I got 5-7 also. For the second one, obviously, I have 416. I have Groza. I have WA 2000. And that's it. I would love to get the DSR for this one. For this one, I have R93. I have Groza again. I have A94. I have MDR. Shit, I got a good amount of these, actually. This one, the third anniversary, is very highly likely to be a black card. This one might end up being a $30 black card. No, I don't have Lee Wedding. I definitely don't. I definitely don't. This one, I have none of these? I think I don't have any of these. So the fourth anniversary one, I should be getting something here. Yeah, I don't have any of these. I had the swimsuit on my second account. The swimsuit's on my second account, but it's not here on my main account though. So this is technically all new shit. Yeah. This one, I think there's like a 50%, 60. I think there's a 40. There's a 40% chance of this being a black card. Oh. Oh. Dude, that's old school. Dude, that's the old school drop. I got WA 2000. Cool. That's a downgrade. That's actually a downgrade. It's a downgrade, but whatever. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that one, though. Yep, I didn't have it, because, like, each one has to be different. So you're that one, you're that one. That means you get to be a different one. I'm completing the WA 2000 collection. Eek! I wasn't scared or anything. Ah, don't bring that jack-o'-lantern any closer. Cool. I'll just double make sure that, like, those are all actually new. Well, actually, that was new. Otherwise, I would have got a black card. So that definitely was new. 5-star. So that's the Christmas date outfit, which became live 2D. This one was a free live 2D. Because, like, at first, it was an animated one. And then it's live 2D. But it's still worth only 5 black cards in the shop. So that's good. Then I got the swimsuit one. Then I got this one. So... Oh, I'm missing the ballroom. Ah, I'm missing the ballroom outfit. Okay. I need one more. I need one more to complete the WA 2000 set. Okay, I got it. That means if I wanted to, I could use black cards. If I really wanted to. Second set. Alright, so this one, I have 3. 4, I have Springfield. I think I have Springfield already. So, I have 4 of them. So, I don't have Thompson. I don't have Type 79. I don't have G41. I don't have NTW, and I don't have DSR. I would like DSR. DSR would be nice. Son of a... Guys, second anniversary was a $30 black card. When you think about it, a $30 black card is actually kind of cheap, though. Which is kind of sad to say. I don't think the Lee wedding is the one that's going on right now. But the ballroom outfits are, though, yeah. If you were talking about WA 2000, though, then yeah, you're right. WA 2000's right there. I'm not gonna gacha for that, though. Definitely not gonna gacha for that. Alright, this one is like... Oh, wait, not this one. There we go, this one. So this one... I have a good amount of these. So this one might also be a black card. This one could possibly be a black card. Oh, shit, wait. Do I have that? I mean, I'm not going to use it. But I think that's actually new. It is live 2D, to be fair. I mean, you guys know my stance about the loli costumes. So, definitely not going to happen. So, like, it's going to be a costume that I don't actually use. Well, I have a dupe. I have 5-7 dupes, to be fair. So I could use this. I could use it on another one. Alright, let me go ahead and just get my black card here. Alright, got my black card. Okay, yeah, so like you could see my dupes. So this one could be the loli then. I know, right, Fuji? The old gacha. Hold firmly into my hand, okay, Commander? Otherwise, I'll be very worried if you get lost. I thought I had 3 5-7 costumes, actually. Did I forget to do the other ones? Sort by ID. There we go. Oh, I only have the 2. I got the Christmas one, and I have the loli one now. I don't have the wedding. I don't have wedding dress 5-7. I thought I did. Yeah, I don't have wedding dress 5-7. Okay. Oh my god, that looks so weird to see. Are you guys used to seeing like fucking 5 digits for the gem thing? I'm like not used to seeing that. Like that looks like I hacked the game. This looks like I'm a fucking cheater. Mika, don't ban me. Don't ban. I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat, Mika. I simply used the power of credit card to get so many gems. That's the power. That's the power of real life grinding. Don't ban me, Mika. Oh my god! Oh my god, I feel like a criminal. There's hearts! Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm a criminal! I'm a criminal. Officer, she's legal. That's just her. She's in her lolly body right now because her main body's beat in the maintenance room. I swear, officer, she's legal. Ah! This is very wholesome, alright? There's nothing wrong here. Very, very wholesome. Okay, we're good here. Alright, go back to event. That's the third one. Here's the fourth one. This is all new. I could get anything here. This should all be new. I got a marching band in 45. Or 9. Did I say 45? I meant 9. That's alright. I got marching. That's like the one I wanted least. That's the one I wanted least. I'm literally like not going to use this. It's a downgrade. Dance! No slacking in such a large performance. At least 9's got the spirit. She's got the spirit of a marching band. Yeah, right there. I could accept that. Alright, 5-7, you're being kicked off adjunct duty. I don't need Kalina walking into the room at a bad time when you're sitting on my lap or some shit. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a cool entrance. That's a cool entrance scene. Oh, it was like a picture. You took like a picture of her. That's cool. She's very lively, at least. All right, let's go see. I'm gonna see what the wedding things look like now with the new costume sets. So I oath 9 on August 9th. I think of 2021. I want to say it was a 2020. Might be 2020 actually. Don't actually remember. I just realized the calculator was still there. I forgot that the calculator was still there. Cool. Okay, and then for like, I also got 5-7. That's the other new one. March 16th. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, her eyes though. Her eyes are so like glimmery and shiny. Just suspiciously short skirt. Hold on. I need to put her back in her other outfit so I can feel better about myself. I need to cleanse. I need to cleanse my brain. Okay, there we go. She's in her adult form again. There we go. All right, we're better. We're good. We're good. But lolly. 5'7" is a turtle. I still don't have 5'7's wedding outfit, and I would be more inclined to get it. But like, I feel like I'm hoarding my black cards right now. But like, I'll probably get it though. Like, I'll eventually get it. And then, I don't think I oath any of the... I don't think I oath like any of the, Yeah, like, she's not oath, of course. Yeah. I don't have any oaths for the other girls. Papasha's not oathed. You're not oathed. You're not oathed. Yeah. Okay. Am I ready to start spamming Gacha again? Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. Totally forgot to do this part. Oath Papasha. There we go. I just do the minimum. I used to do the max. I used to do just 10. I do the minimum now because like I am like drowning in like 5-star chips essentially. Like I can't like, it's so hard for me to get rid of 5-star chips because it feels like I'm being wasteful. Even though I use a calculator in the garage, so I get max stats from the chips though. So even though I'm on max stats and I know like my chips don't matter, it's like it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts to like get rid of my 5-star chips. But then when a new Hawk comes in, how am I supposed to be ready to like max her out when she comes out? I need to show off my fucking whale supremacy. That's why when the new Hawk comes out, I'd be like, boom, level 100. Boom, max skill level. Boom, max chips. There we go, done. And then like, I'll still have like 1,000,000 Hawk reports left. And then I'll still have 1,000,000 skill data left. And then like, I'll still have like 1,000,000 5-star chips left. So basically, whenever they, whenever like they release a new Hawk, I immediately max it out. And I just see her going, now what? Now what? Basically, fucking first world problem of being a long-time player. Like, I have fucking everything, basically. Like, anytime they release, like, a new meta T-doll, it's like, I have the combat reports to get them to the max level already. Damn it. But yeah, I can't waste shit if I know it's an online environment. I'm more willing to be wasteful in a single player game, but maybe that's because you guys know that I cheat and everything. So maybe that's the reason. But when I'm in an online game where I know I can't cheat, it's like I can't waste anything. I'd rather buy more storage than just waste shit. It's because I don't want to fall behind. I've done that so often in MapleStory and Roanoke Online, it's giving me PTSD. So many times I got rid of shit in MapleStory and Roanoke Online, and so many times have I regretted it. As soon as I get rid of it, it's literally like a week later, they put in like an update, and it's like, hey, you know those goblin fangs that you guys thought were worthless? Well, guess what? Now you need goblin fangs just to get your next class level. And then now they become like so like valuable, and like everyone's wearing them now. And I'd be like, I just sold like 1,000 goblin fangs. You're telling me that if I hoarded those things like a week longer, I'd be a millionaire? Like, it makes me want to like drive down to like fucking HQ and fucking burn the place down. So yes, I hoard everything. I will buy more storage. Aha! You see, you're saying what evolutionary people are saying is the dumb thing to do. You see, that's why animals are stupid. They only do things that give them immediate value. Humans are one of the few creatures on Earth that can look to the future. Because our old caveman ancestors, they were like, hey, I have a seed that I can eat right now. Or if I plant this seed, then like I could get more food. So like agriculture is like the very idea of that thing. Like rather than eat the food that I have right now, I can plant the food. So yeah. But they're also, but rats are not number one in the food chain. We are. That's why I'm saying humans are the smartest ones on the planet because we can look for the future. No animal does that. Animals, even animals that can like actually have like packs and teamwork, they still don't look to the future the same way humans do. That's the only reason why humans have become so successful. And also, you say it like as if it's hurting me though, because I'm already of abundance though. Yeah, we're still number one though. Fuck. Running out of tokens here. Oh my god. I mean, is it really efficient if you're not losing anything? Crap. Alright, what am I getting rid of? You're basically saying that, like, hey, I already have, like, 90,000 combat reports. I could use another 100. It's like, what are those extra 100 combat reports doing for me? You know? Or, like, saying that you're at 300,000 ammo and you need, like, 1,000 more. It's like, what is that extra 1,000 doing for you? Alright, need to start getting rid of shit. Oh, good, I can get rid of some of these birthday shit ones. Using batteries on not, but what do I use batteries on? I literally can't. If you're telling me to grind every day, I am grinding every day. I literally have the fucking autoplay thing on, so like, there's literally nothing else to send my batteries on. Let's see. I guess I get rid of some of these. There's literally like not enough sinks in this game. I'm literally too far ahead of everybody. It's like, I have like 15,000 like repair buckets. You're saying, repair tickets. You're saying I need more repair tickets? Oh yeah, I forgot, you're new. You're new here. I have it in the Discord if you want to download it yourself. But of course, I am using my cores, though. Like, isn't that better than you hoarding your 1,000 cores you're not doing anything for? But of course, I'm a heavy duper. Like, I'm more of a duper than you are. So, there's that as well. And of course, I also want to, I'm also using all those cores for, like, the Digimine thing. Which, of course, a lot of Digimines are overall worthless. God, I'm so fucking full on shit. Whoopsie. Well, I got like 59 of these chairs. Exactly. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, you keep talking to me about all this, like, things about having to save space, though. But, like, that means nothing to me. You're, like, you're speaking in a language I don't understand. Because I don't want to fall behind when new shit gets added to the thing. Like, if you and I were playing, like, for example, like Final Fantasy 14, like everybody else is playing, it's like, I would be the guy that has, like, 1,000 more space than you in my inventory, and I'd have hoarded everything. And then whenever they update the game to, like, use a new item, then, I'd be ahead of you. Because, like, you'd be scrambling to, like, farm at an item that I already had. That's not true that I'm incapable of falling behind. Because, like, if I actually had hoarded more, I would have had enough to actually get more chips when they first came out. Because right now I only have like 2 golden chips. I also only have 2 golden auxiliary things. I would have been able to get higher points in theater if I had more of those. I had to actually start using like green chips to get more theater points. So yeah, I can fall behind if I don't hoard enough. Yeah, I literally only have 2. I haven't been able to get more. And also, like, I haven't been able to Digimine all my girls because I literally don't have enough memory fragments. That's a thing, too, that hurts me. Memory fragments is so hard to get in this game. So I'm definitely falling behind on my Digimines. I could do more of these. These are the ugly ones. I like to keep pretty shit. Actually, dude, I get nothing but scopes. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like spoilers, though. Like, back in Ragnarok Online, like, I rarely looked at the Korean servers. And also, like, in Ragnarok Online, in Maple Story, each server does their own thing. So, like, that wouldn't have helped me anyway. Did you guys know that in the Filipino Ragnarok Online servers, botting was actually legal? It was, like, it was a very bannable offense in the other servers. The American server, the Japanese server, and the Chinese server. But on the Filipino server, they actually, like, ran so low on players that they were actually encouraging botting. So, yeah. Actually, even now, though, like, it's weird. Like, every time I do equipment dailies, the game keeps throwing me 5-star scopes. I'm like, game, I already have 5-star scopes. Can I have 5-star scopes? Can I not have any more 5-star scopes, please? They keep throwing that shit at me. No! Motherfucker. Oh, that was a waste of 100 tokens. That was a waste. Oh shit! First time, bitches! And I'm probably not gonna use this. Alright, cool. Cool. I'm not gonna use that. That was an accident! Holy shit! This was literally an accident. What the fuck? Alexa thought I was talking to her. Alright, well. Accidental gacha. First try though. Yeah, in my MMOs, I always care more about like looks over like numbers when it comes to like my armor and equipment. So like I always praise MMORPGs that let you wear like costume armor over your regular armor, so that way you could wear like the good armor even though it looks ugly. World of Warcraft had that as a big problem. Like a lot of World of Warcraft armor was ugly as sin, and you really didn't want to use them. But the stats were really good though, and I was like, oh, but it makes me look like a fucking asshat. Eventually they put it in a patch though, where you could like overlay that armor with another armor that you had that looked better, so that way like you actually could make your characters look decent. But yeah. Fuji, baritone. Get their shit right. Get that shit right, yo. You're fucking triggering me right now, man. Triggering me. The fucking marching band memories in me are like flaring up right now. You're triggering me, dude. Don't make me hunt you down, man. I'll find you. I will teach you the wind instruments. I'll find you, man. I'll find you. He's gonna go behind obese people and play the tuba. Oh shit! Yo! Okay, cool. Black card. Black card it is. Black card. Black card time. Okay, I think I'm done tweeting unless it's brand new. Damn it. I was hoping to get lucky. Honestly, you know what I hate most about these, though? What I actually hate the most about these is that, like, these are actually too realistic. There's nothing, like, fantastical about these at all. They're actually way too realistic, so I can't get into it. It just flares up too many memories for me. If they were, like, more, I don't know, Girls Frontline-y, I might be into it. Do I have the whole set right now?
Oh,
that's not where I meant to go. Oh shit! I practically have the whole set. I'm just missing like this one. Yeah. I'm just missing the chairs. I just need the chairs. Wouldn't that be like military parade uniforms? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Tactical marching band? Sure, why not? Basically, like, no, like, legit, like, those suits look like the same shit that I wore in high school and college. Like, in middle school and high school, I mean. I wasn't in marching band in college. I was partying too hard in college. In high school and middle school is what those suits actually look like. Like, yeah, they're just too realistic. I mean, I'm not saying I wore skirts, though. I wore the pants, thank you very much. But the girls were in them, though. I guess the only thing here that would be a little bit out of place is the side boob that General Liu has. Only because, like, her cut is a little bit too small. That's about the only unrealistic thing about this. General Liu's side boob. Because, like, if she did show... If a girl did show side boob, they'd just like refit her for like another costume, for like a new top basically. Cause there were a couple of some busty girls we had in our marching band class, and they just refitted them for like a better top basically. Says the man who used to be a hooker. Wait, I don't get what you're getting at with that. You mean my complaint about them being too realistic? Alright, I ran out of gems. I ran out of tokens. Need more tokens. Oh, yeah, also there's the other one. I didn't wear costumes. The closest thing I wore to a costume was a tuxedo. Does that count? Yeah, no, like, now that you mention it, they never actually when I went to the dance bowl, they never actually made me wear like a police uniform or like a, or like the usual stripper uniforms. The only thing I ever wore was tuxedos, and I think that's because that's what they, that was the line they had me in. So I was in a tuxedo line. So I only ever stripped in a tuxedo. Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I don't think I ever actually wore any other costume other than a tuxedo. Huh. You just made me realize something.
承知いたしました。指揮官、ずっとあなたのことを。指
Alright, let's
揮官
grab
様、
those two.
お気をつけ。
Oh yeah, this one too. That's actually a discount right there.
承知いたしました。またのお越しを。
Alright, how many tokens am I buying? Dude, 6,000 gems for 1,000 tokens.
お取引が完了しました。今すぐご確認されますか。おはよう指揮官。今日も何かあったら言ってよ。
I talked a lot about it in my previous rant streams. Of course, that's on the old channel. So, and we all know that I got looted out of that old channel. So yeah. Basically, I would need to re-rant about those times. Where am I going again? Right. And also, hooker is illegal, by the way. I was an erotic dancer. Thank you very much. Hookers are illegal. I would be in jail right now if I was a hooker. Implying that I haven't done other illegal shit. And just not got caught. No, like, seriously though, like, in real life though, like, legit advice here, don't you ever call a stripper a hooker. That is a grievous insult to the job title. Say erotic dancer. If you say erotic dancer, that's actually that's actually a better way to say it too. Don't even call them strippers. If you call them erotic dancer, they will actually take it to heart a lot better than that. Strippers have such a negative, like stereotype in the world. An erotic dancer may not be that much better, but it's still a little bit better. Same thing too for porn stars. If you know anyone that does porn films, don't call them hookers either. Call them adult entertainers. That is the proper terminology to use. Legit advice here. Like, if you were to call one of my friends a hooker, even though she does indeed have sex for money, she would punch you in the face because she is not a hooker. She is an adult entertainer. Dude, I just... Come on. Come on. Yo, I'm gonna have to simp like this again for the wedding dresses. Ah. Dude, I just spent $200. Where'd that money go? I just spent $200. Hey, you know when you think about it, the anniversary packages, those are $30. It's basically like Gacha in 3 times. Oh! Oh! Yes! I got the one I wanted! Oh, yes. I got the one I wanted. Nice. Black, this liquor is hella bland. Commander, nothing compared to our good old Blaubagen. Let's slip into the depot and have a proper drink. How about that, eh? So wait, how much money was that? I think I spent $130 on Type 97. $100 plus costume. Worth, I think that was at least more than $100. I think that was like $130. I want to say it was like $130. I'm close to 300. Does that get me anything? Hold on. Okay, you're 200, so I can afford you right now. And then, like, I guess I could just get a black card. Because, like, I don't really care about, like, fucking Thought Bitch right here. She's not even wearing anything. She might as well just be wearing nothing. That's not even classy. The other, like, that's classy. See, that's classy. That's classy. That's classy. That's classy. That's slutty classy. No, wait, that's slutty, but also classy too. But this is just slutty. That's just straight up just slutty too. Oh, did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? The censorship. You can see the censorship for like 2 seconds. Yeah, the censored version is like she's pure black. She's wearing like a pure black suit in like the censored version. Am I still missing the furniture? Wow, I still don't have it? Damn, I got really unlucky. I would have thought that in those gachas, I would have got the chairs by now. All right, cool. In that case, one more. One more. VA-11 just wanted Tetsu to plow her already. Damn it. Okay, I guess we're buying it. Alright, cool. So, I could get this one. Nice. So here's the thing. I have 100 to get a black card. But that furniture, though. But that furniture. To be fair, I don't actually need it. Let me see what it looks like. Does it look stupid without the bar stools? I'll see what it looks like without the bar stools. Yeah, sure. This is just a random mishmash of bullshit. Oh, you don't need the bar stools. In fact, the bar stools might even detract from this. Oh, you know, I don't need the bar stools at all. Do I have C93 leveled? I do. I'm pretty sure I did level her because I thought she was gonna be meta. Turns out she wasn't meta, but yeah. Turns out she wasn't, but I skilled over her. I like fast tracked to get her to skill level 10 and everything. But yeah, I leveled up and everything. Yeah, this is nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta put all the fucking pets back in here. Pets. Let's put a hamster in here. Sure, why not? No, I can't. Fucking. Hamsters in a up-classy thing. Sure, why not? I can barely find a place for this thing. There we go. That works. That works. Oh shit, that's a chair? Oh, that's cool. Yo, Dreamer. Dreamer be living it large. Oh, the hamster's on top of the thing. That's funny. You know what? Now I have it in my mind that Dreamer has hamsters. I'm giving her hamsters now. That's canon now, guys. That's canon. Dreamer got the hamster collection. Let's see. No dogs, no cats though. Oh, ferret. We could do the ferret too. I only had 2 of the hamsters, but like it's not like I need more than that. That works. Motherfucking fuckity fuck. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. There, yeah, that works. Yeah, you don't need the bar stools. You don't need the bar stools. I kind of wish this didn't have the little comic thing on here though, it kind of like takes away from like the ambience of this. Like, I wish this was more serious. The reception has like a little fucking 4 coma panel on there. Oh yeah, no, I did it. I literally did it just now, but it's just that like, I hate going through the list after I had placed it down though, because like, I want to move it afterwards. I hate having to go through the extra menu thing. Basically, it's my PTSD from like badly UI designed games. I just hate it when they're all overlapping and shit like. Yo, the game is enabling me. The game is fucking enabling me right now. It did take me 80 more tokens. Acquire 1,000 pieces of 5-star furniture. You want me to do more, game? Yeah, I think I value the black card honestly more than the furniture. So like, if I count that as like 13 black cards, it's like, what would I conceivably get? Well, first off, fuck the Halloween costumes. It's so hard for me to place any value on the costumes besides like the wedding dresses, just because like costumes don't actually add stats in this game. Like if I was playing like literally any other gacha game, this would be a big deal. Although like if I was playing any other gacha game, that also means there'd be a meta for the costumes, which also kind of sucks too. That means sometimes you can't use your favorite costumes because like that costume version of a character might actually be bad. I noticed that like in a lot of gacha games I used to play, the wedding dresses and the swimsuit costumes actually were always bad actually. And like, even though like I'd want to use them, there'd be no reason to use them. So like, I'd be restricted to using like kimono costumes or something. Like kimono costumes tend to be really good. Or like, if you're playing like a gacha game that has like, goes for like American sets, then like America costumes also tend to be pretty good too. Yeah, I never really enjoyed kimonos. Hashtag me being the anti-weeb. All the weebos be going, oh my god, it's so Japanese! It's so fucking Japanese, it's so... I gotta get it. Shut up, weeb. It's like at this point, I might as well just save my black cards for like the next like wedding dresses. I mean, obviously the wedding dresses won't be put in here automatically. I'd like have to wait like a few months after the wedding dresses get put in to use them. Because I had to do that for Car 98 since I didn't get Car 98's wedding dress the first time I did it. Oh shit. There. Oh, nope. 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 Do I have the whole set? I have all of Jill's apartment, definitely. I do not have all of the Pixel Cafe, but I hate pixel art, so this doesn't hurt me in the slightest. Like, I've already talked about this before. It's like, hey, listen, if any developers want to keep going back to pixel art because of the art style, go right ahead. But I'm going to call it for what it is, ugly. It's like, oh my god, nostalgia. Remember back in the 90s and 80s? It's like, yeah, actually, I do remember. I was there, and it sucked. Or, like, people who are also nostalgic for, like, the fucking N64 days and the PS1 days. It's like, yeah, I was there too. And guess what? It also sucked. It's like, okay, like, I completely understand having nostalgia glasses for, like, the gameplay of those old-style games. Like, that I understand. But I can't understand why anybody would have nostalgia glasses for like the graphical limitations we had back in the day. It's all like, oh my god, I want to go back to fucking 8-bit Mega Man. It's like, bitch, no you don't. No, you don't. Did you really want to go back to that era? Shit. And then the thing is that, like, this sadly does affect the market. Because, like, Mega Man 10 was fucking 8-bit. I'm like, yo, you go to Mega Man 9, and then you go to Mega Man 10, and Mega Man 10's like 8-bit, and you're like, yo, what happened? Did we just go backwards here? But guess what? People praise it, though. People praise that shit. They're like, oh my god, nostalgia glasses. I'm like, yo, you guys eating this shit up. You all eating this shit up. Like, I don't know, like, to me, like, I always look forward. I look forward to, like, the next new evolution in graphics. Whether it's, like, being realistic, or in this case, VR, right? Like, in this case, like, VR. I'm waiting for the next evolution in, like, VR graphics. Or, like, you know, like, 3D graphics. And, again, like, yes, we were all there, right? In the early 2000s for when the early 3D graphics was a thing. Or if you were there for the 80s and 90s when pixel art was really a thing. Like, I get it, right? I get it. But the thing is that, like, are you nostalgic for, like, the limited technology? Or are you just nostalgic because that's when you were a kid and you want to go back to when you were a kid and when you had, like, no responsibilities? Because I have a feeling that's probably more of it. And again, I'm not berating, like, any really developer who wants to go with that line, even if they do say they're doing it on purpose. But the thing is that, like, I personally think it's shit, though. Like, Valhalla would have looked better if it was hand-drawn art. Think about that. You know, like, basically, I would have liked Valhalla better. I mean, it's still a great game, by the way. Like, I actually really do like Valhalla. But, like, the thing is that I would have liked it more if it was voiced and if it had hand-drawn graphics and shit like that. I mean, we played through Slimy Sextet a little bit, and that was voiced, and that had better graphics, and that was indie. But then again, porn sales, though. Slimy Sextet was probably easier to sell than Valhalla was. Because Valhalla has to compete with, like, literally every other visual novel out there. Whereas, like, Slimy Sextet only has to compete with the ecchi porno games. And there's a lot less. There's a lot less of competition in that line. Especially since Slimy Sextet's in English, which means that market's even smaller. That's like even a smaller market. So Slimy Sextet actually did really well for being super indie in a super niche area of the thing. And it looks beautiful. Slimy Sextet is a beautiful game. Can't say much about the story, though. The story is your run-of-the-mill rapey game. So, like, the story is definitely kind of, like, clear-cut and dry. But as far as, like, the graphical stuff is concerned, and even, like, the production values, really good. Really, really top-notch. It's not 100% voiced, though. It's like 30%. I'll say, like, it's like 30 to 40% voice. Like, they voice the sex scenes, which is arguably the most important shit. But really good for what they would do with a small team. But yeah, as far as, like, all the other, like, 8-bit other indie games coming out right now, that's coming out in the year fucking 2020, yeah, I can't say, like, it's, I can't say it's for me. So, yeah. Is something wrong with calling a sex game beautiful? Maybe it might be because of our very different lifestyles. But maybe it's because I just look at sex more casual than you do. Like, to me, like, an adult game is simply that, just made for adults versus anything else. Like, just because something is, like, made for vanilla for the masses doesn't mean that, like, it's any more beautiful than something made for adults are. Like, when a lot of people who are not versed into eroge games, like, when they think about, like, all the deviant shit, they're like, oh, it's all, like, gangbang monster rape and, like, and shit like that. It's like, there's some really well thought out, like, really well written eroges out there. I mean, the avatar that I've been using for the past 20 years is literally from an eroge. It's called Suigetsu, and I have been using this avatar for the past 20 years. I know a couple of you guys have asked me about the avatar, like Razor and Kitsune have asked me about that, but like, yeah, it's from like a 2001, 2002 Arrogate called Suigetsu, and it's pretty much my overall favorite visual novel Arrogate of all time. It's still my favorite of all time, and I'm pretty much going to keep on using this avatar. The only bad thing about Suigetsu and the company that made it, Kid, KID or Kid, they actually went under way back in the day. I think like 2006, 2007 is like when they pretty much like officially kind of like died. They like went out of business. Because they also made my second favorite Arrogate series, Memories Off. Memories Off was also really well written. It's one of the best dating sims, honestly, that you could ever play. So yeah, like, don't knock it, bro, if you haven't played a truly good Arrogate game. Don't knock it. Not every Arrogate is just a big old rape fest, monster, deviant, scat, lemon party, gangbang, or whatever like that. You actually gotta go and look for like the really good ones to actually like tell a good story and crap. That's usually the way I try to describe that to most people. Just visual novels with H scenes? I disagree, because like the H scenes can definitely tell a different kind of adult story. For example, Sakura's story in Fate Stay Night, it's way different if you take out the rape. Because like, when you take out the rape, it makes her story not as horrible. And the thing is that like, it's supposed to show how her grandpa was like, how her grandpa and her stepbrother were like really pieces of shit. So yeah. You can never find English TLs. There was plenty of hentai sites that have an English category for VNs and Arrogates. There is plenty of websites for that. A quick Google search will probably give you like at least the top 5 websites that like probably I use, or probably ones that like most of the other guys here in chat use for our VNs and Arrogates usages. Of course, like, if you take the time to learn Japanese too, that definitely opens up the world to you as well. Because Suigetsu is not translated, by the way. I'm singing praises about Suigetsu and Memories Off, but like, they've never been translated. Kid was always one of these smaller hentai companies back in the day, which would explain why they went out of business eventually. Technically, the IP is actually not dead. The IP is actually being held on by another company. But unfortunately, it's being held. And like, it's kind of like the way Disney holds on to IPs too, in that like, nobody can really work on those IPs without Disney's express permission. That's basically what's happening right now with Memories Off and with Memories Off and with the other IPs by Kid. They're all like being held by a mother company. I can't remember like who actually holds the rights to them right now. I think it's PHB. I think PHB holds their rights. But of course, PHB is more concentrated right now on like more the mainstream aspect of like hentai games. And definitely like, if you look at hentai games like Bazooka Cafe or like I Like Horny Bunnies, I mean, really? I mean, when you look at a title like I Like Horny Bunnies, it's pretty easy to understand like exactly just what kind of game that there is. In fact, a lot of people's very first Arrogates is probably a sex romp, and I've definitely talked about this on my channel a lot. Sex romps is definitely like bottom barrel like Arrogates. And then some people, wow, Shanghai just went crazy right now. But yeah, some people also, their first foray into like a adult game might be also like an RPG Maker, an RPG Maker hentai game, and that's definitely bottom of the barrel. Basically, anyone that tells me that like they gave it a try and they didn't like it, I always ask them, what did you try first? And then like usually like how they answer me is a dead giveaway on why they had such a bad experience. Because hentai RPG Maker games are literally a dime a dozen, and it's really easy to find those. in English. It's really easy to find RPG Maker hentai eroge games, and those are definitely bottom barrel. And sex romps are definitely bottom barrel. A lot of like rapey monster crap actually tends to be a higher quality though. Lilisoft. If you ever want to look up Lilisoft, like you 10th, they actually one of the higher grossing hentai companies out there for making monster rape and tentacle hentai. Like their art is always like phenomenal, and like there's actually an underlying story around them. The Tamanin Asagi series is like really deep. It's actually more deeper than you could usually go in. But yeah. Also, RPG Maker is inexperienced, especially when they're machine translated. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, like, it's crazy how so many Japanese games nowadays are actually being machine translated on Steam. I've been noticing that trend, actually. Now, the thing is that, to be fair, a lot of these Steam games, they do say in the description, at least they're honest about it, the developer put it on Steam, and he actually says it's machine translated, but it is kind of like disconcerting, though, that we're getting so much more machine translated games on Steam, and it's even being allowed on Steam. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed on Steam at all. Like, if you can't go and get a real translator, maybe don't put it on such a platform in the first place. I've been seeing so many Steam translated games on Steam being charged for money, and I think that's just wrong. But like, I understand like why people do it though, because like it's being allowed, and Steam's not doing anything about it, so might as well put it on there anyway, making a little more cash money. I would do it too. No, like, I would do it too. Like, shoot, man. If I would, like, fucking machine translate my game into fucking Spanish if I knew that there was, like, a Spanish market for my game. And, like, I'd be honest, though. I'd be like, yo, description, this game machine translated. But guess what? I'd be getting that Mexican money. I'd be getting that Mexican money. I'd do it, too, if I also could get away with it. And that's what people are doing, though, on Steam. They're machine translating their games now because Steam don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, I guess to be fair, like, Steam probably doesn't want to hire a full cast to, like, actually, like, regulate that shit. But, you know, I kind of feel like it should be regulated. It's one thing when you see stuff, it's one thing when like, you see it, like, on fan-made websites, right? Like, when you see a fan site have a machine-translated game, that's okay then, because it's not official. When you see it, like, on a more official source, though, it kind of, like, brings down the longevity of said game, in my opinion. More than spelling, sometimes what translated doesn't make more sense. Yeah, how to put it in context. That's something that machines are definitely bad at. Yeah, definitely. I agree 100%. You know what, Kitsune? The way that I used to learn Japanese with Taka back in the day was when we would play games online, I would have an auto machine translator program on the game that I was playing. It was called VN Hooker, which sounds way more dirtier than what it is, but like, yeah, it was called VN Hooker, and the thing is that, like, it's actually a good way to machine translate, like, eroges and VNs, because, like, what it does is that it shows you the machine translation on the side, but also it shows you the original Japanese text as well. So, like, you could, like, compare the two. It's actually really good as a learning feature, because, like, assuming that you're not doing it with no knowledge whatsoever, that you know basic kanji, and you know, like, basic, like, hiragana and katakana, like, okay, you need to know hiragana katakana straight up, 100%. Don't use VN Hooker if you don't know hiragana and katakana. So as long as you know hiragana katakana 100%, you're good, and then you can start slowly learning the kanji with it. There's also a setting in VN Hooker as well to do the romanji setting too for the Japanese. So you can have 3 windows. One window would be just the Japanese text. Another window would be the machine translation. And a third window would be the romanji. And the romanji would also help you with pronunciation for the kanji as well. So it's actually a really good way to teach yourself while also trying to play a VN that you know is not translated and probably never going to be translated. It definitely helps you out with that. I also had Taka help me out too with the kanji pronunciation, but like that's like a exception to the rule. But Taka like definitely helped me out with that too. But I played so many like eroges back in the day before I learned Japanese, like with VA and Hooker, and I was actually able to legitimately understand a lot of eroges back then, like up to like 90% of like what was being written. Like the very first time I used it, I understood like maybe 10%, right? Like it was hard to understand much of it. Eventually, when I got to learn like up to 50% of like what the eroge had said, that was an accomplishment. I was like, yo, I understand like half of this shit, like without the VN Hooker's help. And then the VN Hooker just helps me like identify the kanjis I don't know, and it also helps me like identify the words that like may not be in my vocabulary yet. There's also the newer versions, because VN Hooker is actually still being updated, by the way. The newer versions have a 4th window now, and that's furigana. So there's 4 windows now that you could set off on and off if you want. So the first window is a straight copy and paste of the Japanese text. The second window is hiragana and katakana, or furigana, as they say, because furigana is made for kids, and that's what Pokemon has. Pokemon has a furigana setting in it, in case you guys never tried Pokemon in Japanese. Basically, you could play Pokemon in 2 settings. You could play it like in the regular kanji version for like older players, or if you're in elementary school, you can play a furigana, and furigana only uses hiragana and katakana, and then that's it. So if you're learning Japanese, the VN Hooker is actually really good for that, because again, that helps you with the pronunciation, and it helps you identify how to say certain kanjis. So you got the copy and paste Japanese text, then you have the furigana window, and then you have the romanji window, and then the romanji window just kind of like aligns with the furigana window, so that way again just helps you with identify how to say certain words. And then the last window is the machine translation. And the way that you should definitely be using VN Hooker, but I know like not a lot of people use it this way, the way you should be using it is that your eye should actually go first to either the romanji window or the furigana window, because as you're increasing your vocabulary of Japanese words, you're already actually starting to kind of like understandably like read the Japanese a little bit. And then you just need the furigana to kind of help you identify kanji, basically. And then like the machine translation at the bottom helps you actually identify words that you don't know yet. But like going with the pure machine translation is bad, because you know it's wrong, but you don't know why it's wrong, right? And the thing is that like if you have absolutely zero knowledge of Japanese, then that means even if you know it's wrong, you don't know how to correct it. You don't know how to retranslate it is what you're reading. All you can do is look at that and be like, well, that grammatically doesn't make any sense. And also you could say like, that word probably doesn't belong in there or something. Like, one of the things that machine translations always do very wrong is names, for example. Like, for example, like, you know, you got a character's name. The character's name is like fucking Yukimori or something like that. And then the machine translation is gonna literally translate Yukimori as like snow forest. But then like, you're not supposed to say snow forest though, because that's like the character's name. So instead, you should be like Yukimori. But the machine translation is gonna say snow forest. But every time you see snow forest in the translation though, it's like, I guess you would understand that it's part of the character's name. However, sometimes if you're brand new though, it's hard to like identify, it's hard to identify where the mistakes are being made. So being Hooker is definitely good for that. And again, the name of the program, definitely terribly bad. But yeah, that's what I used back in the day. Eventually, it got to a point, and this was a big accomplishment for me though. It got to a point where like, I wasn't even looking at the machine translation anymore. I was only looking at the romanji and the furigana window. So like, I see a kanji that I don't recognize, and the furigana and the romanji window helped me identify it, and then I was able to just keep reading on through the text. Like, I still had the machine translation there for like the small percentage of like vocabulary I didn't have yet, but I got to a point where like almost like 90% of the game I was playing, I didn't need the machine translation. I just needed just the furigana and katakana. So yeah, that was always something that I used. Man, whoever gets cake. Anyway, I'm definitely going to get the stool. Yeah, that's right. I did all that build-up just to get the stool. Because I might as well have the whole set. Might as well have the whole set. The plot twist. The plot twist. Also, I have plenty of time to, I have plenty of time to like, save up again for, like, the wedding outfits. I am gonna simp hard for those wedding outfits, though. I have to admit, I'm not looking forward to that. Whoopsie. Not looking forward to those wedding outfits. I hope that we don't get the wedding outfits for at least, like, another 3 months, at least. If we get, like, the wedding outfits, like more like a little bit afterwards, it's like I'm in trouble. I am definitely in trouble if we get them early. And the thing is that like it seems that Ian Mika now isn't following the set schedule anymore, because like we did get the fucking office, we got the fucking OL ladies at the same time that China got them, so that kind of makes me scared. We shouldn't have got the OL ladies so soon. So, yeah. Yeah, you say that, but Ian seems to be doing whatever the fuck they want now. Yeah, Ian be on some kind of weird schedule. And then the Japanese server, they're on like a hyper-accelerated schedule. Which is good for whales. Did I do all 3 pets? I did all 3 pets. Alright. It was this one. That's where the bar stools went. That makes sense. Okay, so it's not that ugly. It's not that ugly. Can't even. I had such a hard time trying to pick up Dreamer. I had such a hard time trying to pick her up. Seeing what I could put her on top of. Who back there? Who back there? Where's the edit button? Oh no, I can see it. Nope, I can't see enough. Oh, it doesn't pop up. I was trying to move my stuff around. It's a Shiba. There it is. I just reset it. It's a diner gate. It's a diner gate and a Shiba Inu in a hot air balloon. That's cute. That's cute. I'm surprised it's not Kalina again. But yeah. Do you guys know that Kalina's got like fucking 30 ass costumes? Most of those costumes are like dorm only, but like she got a shit ton of costumes. It's funny how like canonically like Kalina does actually buy clothes at the time, and then the commander actually like wants to know like where her clothes come from, and when does she ever get time to wear them? It's like, young Missy, that shit's not fucking Griffin regulation. To be fair, anything our girls wear isn't battle regulation anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot to go to the go to the warehouse. Totally forgot about this. Wow, I've been on like the fucking anniversary costume for Star 15 for years now. It's been that long? Shit. The finger rings aren't too difficult. I've got it down. I'm good to go anytime. What about you? You know what? This actually makes me respect Star 15 a lot more. I mean, I know it's not canon. I know it's not canon, but this makes me respect her more just seeing canonical art of her with a baritone. I feel like some sort of kinship with Star 15 now. Especially since she got the silver one. So, if you got the silver baritone in marching band, you were a badass. Because, like, the gold, the brass golden baritones are actually the cheapo versions. The silver ones are actually more expensive than the brass ones. So if you actually got the brass instruments, then, like, you weren't trusted enough to have the more expensive ones. So the fact that Star 15 actually has a silver one, meaning Star 15 or somebody paid good money for that baritone. So I can respect that. I can respect that shit. Because if you look at the other girls, you see how Sopmod has the brass tuba? She doesn't have the silver. She doesn't have the silver tuba. That means Sopmod got the cheaper one. And also Rose 65, she's got the you can see how she has also the brass French horn. So Sopmod and Rose 65, they and M4. M4 also has the golden brass trumpet as well. So they got the cheaper instruments. But Star 15 got the silver one. So she got the more expensive baritone. Like, okay, like money-wise, like Sopmod's tuba still costs more, of course, because just more material for the tuba. However, like, it's more money still, but like just by quality though, the silver one's still better than the brass one. Yeah, but General Liu has a woodwind instrument though, and woodwind instruments are usually cheaper anyway. Woodwinds are always cheaper because they're just easier to replace. Brass and metal instruments are harder to replace, and percussion instruments cost you like an arm and a leg. No, like percussion instruments are expensive. So yeah. Did I say reed? I didn't mention anything about flutes being reeds. I was saying it's a wind instrument. They're all wind instruments. But as far as flutes are concerned though, they could be made of like varying materials and still be high in quality. But as far as the metal instruments are concerned though, the color and the typing used signify its quality. But they're all wind instruments though. Sapu, but silver color is for suckers, golden is good. Aha, but that's the thing though. It's also not gold either. It's brass. It's brass. It's not even gold. It's gold painted. It flakes off. Actually, if you get a fingernail, if you really want to ruin your instrument, if you get your fingernail, you can scratch off. Like, you could scratch off the brass instruments, and you could actually scratch off the golden, the golden like layer on top of it to reveal the brass actually. However, for the silver instruments though, if you scratch it, you're just scratching just metal. Like, there's nothing to flake off like on the silver instruments. But like on the brass instruments though, they're all painted gold because brass is a very ugly color. Nobody ever wants a brass instrument. So they paint all the brass with a layer of gold on it so it actually looks nice to look at. But you could actually flake it off if you really scratch it hard enough though. Same thing too for a saxophone. Like, saxophones has always been seen as like the sexy wind instrument. Which by the way is totally like for suckers and is not true at all. But you know, that's the stereotype behind it. And I only knew one guy in my marching band who managed to work his way up to get the silver saxophone. Because all the other saxophone in his groupie, they all had the brass saxophone. but there was only one guy who got the silver baritone. By the way, I never got to silver, by the way. Just to let you know, I never got to silver. A friend of mine had silver, but he don't count, though. You see, a friend of mine had, a classmate of mine had silver baritone, but he bought it, though. So he had his own. That don't count. That don't fucking count. He paid to win. He paid to win to show off, basically. The average baritone cost about like $2,000, by the way. Sopmod's tuba is definitely closer around the $3,000 range for the brass version. The silver baritone for Sapu will probably be usually around like the $4,000 range if you're trying to get a good branded one. But yeah, woodwind instruments though, they usually top off actually at around like, especially if you're a beginner and you want to get like one to try out, they usually top off at around like $400 to $500 actually, just because like just less material is used. Plastic recorder, you know what is up with HoloLive and plastic recorders? I feel like I've seen around like maybe half, maybe a good half of the HoloLive cast with like plastic recorder streams. Yeah, no, fuck that shit. Recorders are for elementary school kids who were forced to play it by their band teacher, which I could definitely understand because recorders are like fucking like $2 if you get a good brand. They're like $2, $2 or $3 if you want to buy in bulk or something like that. Oh yeah, and then the French horn. Let's talk about the French horn. So the French horn, I was actually going between the French horn and the baritone, back when I was picking them up. The French horn is easier. The French horn is actually about the same level of skill as a trumpet, but you don't look like a fucking asshole playing the trumpet like you do playing the French horn. So yeah. So if you wanted an easier time in marching band, but you didn't want to be an asshole, then pick the French horn, but don't pick the trumpet. You see, trumpets were like literally the easiest instrument to play in the brass instrument department, in the brass winds, and even compared to the flutes, the trumpet was actually arguably easier. Okay, so like when it comes to like the wood wind instruments, or even the brass wind instruments, or even the percussion wind instruments, like. So flutes and woodwinds, they all have more than 3 fingerlings, right? The average flute has about like 8 or 10 fingerlings, by the way. With the smaller ones only having about 6 or 7. So trumpets only got 3, right? They only got 3. They also got a very small mouthpiece though. The small mouthpiece means they don't have to breathe as hard to blow into compared to like the tuba, the baritone, or the French horn, or the trombone. Also, it's super light, which makes marching just easier for them overall. And also, since they don't need as much oxygen to breathe into compared to like the other larger brass instruments or even the woodwind instruments, because even though a flute woodwind instrument is so much smaller, it actually uses just about as much air actually as a saxophone or baritone, especially if you're playing very fast music. A trumpet though, on one breath, you could probably like play like at least like a whole sheet of music in one breath. That's just about how easy it was to play the trumpet. And most people that played the trumpet, they only picked it out because they wanted to pick the easiest instrument in the marching band class. And that's why you often always see trumpets. You see more trumpets. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, by the way, but there's 2 instruments you always see more of in marching band. You see a shit ton more trumpets, and you see a shit ton of percussion. Percussion doesn't require oxygen intake, so a lot of people pick percussion for that alone. And then a lot of people pick trumpet for the easier one as well. So you always see percussions and trumpets a lot. But you don't end up seeing a lot of tubas, baritones, saxophones, and French horns. And French horns, by the way, in my opinion, is also clearly a lot more of a gentler sound versus a trumpet. A trumpet is super loud and super screechy. It's like, whereas a French horn, it's French, by the way, it's French. So a French horn isn't as grating on your ears. French horn definitely sounds like an actual instrument. A trumpet sounds like you're screaming at people. So, not biased whatsoever, but all the fucking trumpet players, though, they are so full of themselves. Because there's safety in numbers, right? There's so much more trumpet players than the rest of the gang, so, like, they always think they're better than the rest of us. It's like, They practice for, like, fucking, like, 1 hour a day, and then they're gone. The rest of us are still there, trying to make sure we get our notes right. Because, as a baritone player, or trombone player, by the way, a lot of respect for trombone players. So, like, trombone players, they don't get fingerlings. They don't have holes. So, the worst thing about a trombone player is that trombone players have a slide. So, trombone players actually had to be more accurate than, like, the woodwind instruments or, like, the brass wind instruments. They had to be a lot more accurate than anybody else does. So, for them, it's all about positioning. And trombones had to practice way harder to get those positionings right. Trombone is not very newbie friendly. Trumpets are very newbie friendly. Tuba is also not very newbie friendly as well. French horns are newbie friendly. But yeah, I couldn't stand the trumpet players back when I was playing. I hated those bastards. They always thought they were so good. Trombones, though, I tried playing trombone for a little bit, and then I went back to baritone. Because baritones only had three fingerlings. So tubas and baritones and French horns, they have 3, just like a trumpet. So that might make you think that they're about the same in skill level. It's not, though. Because the thing is that, like, especially for the trombone, baritone, and tuba, the trombone baritone has a bigger mouthpiece, which means more air is be blown in. And since more air is blown in, we actually have more notes to hit. So another thing too is for the trumpet has a very small mouthpiece. So when you put it against your lips, your mouth is actually already in the perfect positioning to make the trumpet sound, which is like that's the sound that you're making in a brass instrument. So by the way, if you guys ever hold a brass instrument and you don't want to make a fool out of yourself, don't blow into it. That's not how you play them. You see, a lot of newbies make that mistake the first time they hold into a brass instrument. You don't blow into a brass. Do you know what happens if you blow into a brass instrument? That's all it's gonna sound. Sound like you're blowing. I'm sorry. Do you want to take me on a date first before you blow me? What you're really doing is that you're pursing your lips together. So you're going like a kazoo? Yeah, like a kazoo. With the trumpet though, the mouthpiece is very small. So there's not a whole lot of looseness in it. With a larger mouthpiece, with the larger mouthpiece of a trombone, baritone, or tuba though, you actually have varying degrees of tightness with your lips. Like, and that gives us more notes to play. Trumpets don't have a whole lot of notes to play on theirs. They got their 3 fingers. And then they just have literally like 2 levels of tightness. But then tubas and baritones, we actually had 4 levels of tightnesses on ours. I still have all my musical sheets, by the way. I never threw those away. I still have them. I also still have my mouthpiece. My mouthpiece is a little decolored, but like it definitely still works though. The mouthpiece alone is actually also kind of pricey. I think I also spent like, I spent $70 for my very first mouthpiece. And also, that's not something they provide to you, by the way. Marching band does not provide you with the mouthpiece. You had to buy that on your own. The instrument, of course, they provide to you. Unless you have your own, unless you're rich. I mean, if you're rich, you could bring your own if you want, but if you're not rich, you at least gotta buy the mouthpiece. Oh yeah, the spit valves. Let me tell you this. Once once you're playing wind, once you play with other wind instrument players, spit no longer becomes disgusting. We all be exchanging spit, man. It's like one big old orgy. Fucking indirect kisses, like, all over. We all be spitting on each other all day long. I remember dating this one girl in high school, clarinet. She was a clarinet player. She was pretty cute. We dated for like, I think like 9 months. We dated for 9 months before she left me for a fucking bassoon player. Yeah. I mean, we left on a good note though. I say it sarcastically that she left me for a bassoon player, but actually we left on a good note. Like we just we weren't meeting. We weren't like really meeting in the middle. But yeah, she was we had fun times. We had fun times. Do band kids actually stay together? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We did. We really did. But yeah, anyway, like spit valves though. Spit valves is probably like the very first disgusting thing you learn about like wind instruments, because you're spitting in all those wind instruments. So there has to be a spit collector, as you will, in all those instruments. And if you don't regularly like empty it out, eventually your instrument sounds like there's water in it. It sounds like you're drowning. You sound like a Murloc in like Warcraft, in like those Warcraft games. And then like everyone looks at you, and then you're like, ah, shit, I gotta empty out my spit valve. Oh, by the way, when we emptied our spit valves, there is no spot to empty them, by the way. As for as long as I've known, middle school, high school, and college, even though I wasn't in marching band in college, I had marching band friends in college because they continued to keep on doing it. There is no such thing as a spit collector, spit disposal area. No. You just take out your spit valve and you empty it right wherever you are. So like, if you're in class, guess what? Everybody, when we need to like get rid of our spit valves or anything like that, we take it right there. Like right where we're sitting, basically. Because it's carpet. If there's a reason why all those rooms are carpet, by the way. It was carpet. So like at the end of my play session, basically at the end of any play session, everyone would just start going through their spit valves. Oh, by the way, a baritone. By the way, a baritone had like maybe 3. I think I remember 3 spit valves in mine. A tuba had like 4 spit valves. A trumpet has 1 spit valve, and a trombone also has like 1 spit valve. But like, we would just like take out the spit valve and just kind of like dump it upside down right where we're sitting, just right on the floor. And like, it's funny because like at the end of class, you see everybody doing it. Like everybody's just opening up their spit valves. Like the clarinet players, the French horn players, the trombone players, the trumpet players, everybody except for the percussion players. Percussion players obviously didn't have spit. I mean, some percussion players I knew drooled on their drums, but that's a separate issue. Same issue for when we're marching out, like in the field. Like after we march for like 30 minutes, like our marching coach would be like, "Okay, everyone, take a 5-minute break. Take a 5-minute break." And then like during that 5-minute break, everybody would empty out the spit valves, pretty much just right there, like on the ground or grass like that. Like nobody ever decided like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to like the sink or like the bathroom or something." Like no one ever did that. It's just like you just dumped all your spit. You dumped all your spit, like, oh. Yo. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. This one. Okay. Okay, that's the HD camera. Hold on. Alright. I need... Okay. Alright, here we go. So this one happened back in my freshman year of high school. Going from middle school to high school. So this was like maybe in the 2nd semester, all right? There was a transfer student, and the transfer student, he decided to go into choir, right? And there was always a bit of a rivalry going on between the orchestra music players and the choir singers and the and the wind, all the wind instrument players. At least where I was at. There was kind of a you know, like a West Side Story kind of a thing. Like the orchestra people, I've already talked about this at the beginning of the stream, but the orchestra people thought they were so much classier versus everybody else. We wear tuxedos when we play our instruments because we respect them. By the way, that's just not something I'm saying right now. That's what they said back then. They literally said that shit to us back then. We respect our instruments, so we wear tuxedos, and the women wear night dresses, nightgowns, or whatever. And then the choir. So the choirs, oh my god, okay, there's two different kinds of choir people, alright? There's one, I call them the churchgoers, alright? And like, they're the ones that like, are like super religious and everything like that. And like, they always like are singing like all like the angelic songs and shit. And then you have the rapper wannabes that join choir just to give themselves more of a repertoire for singing. Like, basically, that's the only two types that that were there, as far as I was concerned. I'm not saying there weren't normal choir people, but these were like two dominant, loud ones though. The religious, churchy ones, and then the rapper wannabes. That was like the two loudest members. And then marching band, we have our cliques too. I'm not gonna lie, we did have our cliques too, even within the wind instruments. So like, there was definitely this thing like. Okay, so you guys know how the stereotype that, like, cheerleading is mostly, like, a girly thing? And, like, you know how, like, if there is a guy in a cheerleader thing, you think he's gay? But that's not true, though. There's straight guys also doing cheerleaders. There's that kind of thing, too, in wind instruments. So if you're a guy, you're expected to play the heavy brass instruments. So you're expected to play, like, the saxophone, the French horn, the baritone, the tuba, the trumpet. Trumpet. If you were a guy. If you were a girl, you were expected to play all the flute instruments. So like, you know, like the bassoon, the clarinet, or like whatever like that. You were assumed to play those. So that's basically how it was, the stereotype, because like 90% of all the windwood instruments players, they were all girls. Guys were meant to play the brass instruments because they're heavier. Girls were meant to play the woodwind instruments because they're smaller and lighter. You know, like the heaviest honkin' woodwind instrument might be like, I don't know, like barely like a pound. Whereas like the heavier brass instruments, they're weighing like fucking like 20 or 30 pounds. Like you got like a 30-pound instrument strapped to your chest basically, for like the heavier brass instruments. So like we had our own cliques too. But like we still stuck together though. So again, choir, you had the orchestra guys, and then you had the wind instruments. Because like that's what we classified as wind instruments, and it doesn't just mean marching band. Because actually most of them didn't do marching band. Marching band was only like for a subset of instruments. But anyway, going back to my story. So I remember when all of us wind instrument players, we made the choir guys, well, and gals. I say guys neutral. For me, when I say guys, it's a neutral gender thing. But anyway, we made like all the choir dudes and the choir dudes, the orchestra dudes, like throw up one time. So what we did, oh god, I kind of feel like there's like throw up in my mouth right now just by saying it. Okay, so what we did one time was we decided to do like a peace offering to like the other members of like the musical parts of the school, and we got our teacher in on this too. And we're like, hey, like we want to like invite like the choir kids, and when we say choir kids, that was actually meant to be an insult when we called them kids. The choir kids and the orchestra snobs to like a barbecue or some shit like that, right? We wanted to invite them over to a barbecue, and like obviously like at the school, on the school grounds or something, for basically instrument players only. And like at first like our marching band coach, he was like, what's going on here? Like, why is everyone acting so nice? It's like, okay, you got us. We told him our plan that we were gonna prank them all. And like, to be fair, it kind of like went a little bit overboard, but like we don't regret our decision like whatsoever. And like at first, like we thought he wasn't gonna go for it, and the thing is that like if the coach wasn't in with us, we were still gonna do it, but we're gonna do it like privately though. We weren't gonna like make a big show of it. But since he was in on it, he was like, "Yo, I'm in. Let's do it." So he contacted the coach for the choir people, and the coach for the orchestra people is like, "Hey, so like we've always had beef. Our kids have always had beef with each other, but like let's just have a good friendly barbecue. Maybe we could exchange sheet music and things like that, you know, or whatever. And everyone will also bring their instruments if they want to even play with each other for a little bit." And it's like, sure, why not? And okay, so we went to the fucking wood shop. We went to the workshop club, and we had them construct for us a wall, right? And like we made the wall look like a standee for like all of our brass instruments, and we had to make it. We had to like put like engines and pipes in it, because the thing is that it was gonna be a giant spit collector. So what we did was we invited everyone over. We all ate food, and then like all of us wind instrument people, we drank a lot more water that day than what we're used to, because we wanted to have extra spit, extra saliva in our mouth. And then like we decided to like, hey guys, let's play some music together. So like the coaches like all like came up with some sheet music together for us to play. And then when we were all playing our music, we made sure to spit more in our instruments than like how we usually do it. And again, we're on a special platform that the woodworking guys made for us, which by the way, they at first weren't gonna do for us, because of course they're making it, so they have to know the blueprints. So when they found out what we were doing, at first they weren't gonna help us. But thankfully, we had some like slutty McBitches in our class that just managed to like, you know, just fucking bat some eyelashes at them. And then the Sims basically were all over us. So we basically just had to play dirty a little bit. After we were all done playing, we played like I think 6 songs, right? We played like a Star Wars song. We played like some, you know, music at the time that was popular songs like La Bamba or, oh god, does that make me old? If anyone remembers what La Bamba is. We also played like some Britney Spears music and some Backstreet Boys music and shit. And then like at the very end, like we synchronized all of our like spit valve pulling. So we pulled out all of our spit valves, and we put it like in this giant like collection thing that was like on our stand. And the thing is that like the orchestra and the choir kids, they're like, oh, is that what they always do? Because they don't know what we do with the spit valves. Because again, I just told you guys that we don't have a collection thing for spit. We usually just pour it on the ground. We just pour a spit on the ground. We don't have a collection thing. So we put it in this collection thing. And the collection thing is a cup. But the thing is, like, there's a cup within a cup though. It's a cup within a cup, and then one of the cups is a waste cup. One of the cups leads to a tube that is a waste cup. And then there's another cup. And in that cup is a cup of water though. It's straight up just a cup of water. It's protected and whatever. There's nothing like that. So they see all of us dumping our spit in the same collection thing. And the thing is that like we heard gags. We literally heard gags from like both sides. Like imagine. Can you guys imagine like 30? Can you guys imagine like 30 people with instruments, and they each have like this much. Hashtag not a ad. Imagine if each player out of 30 kids had this much spit in their instrument. This much. And again, we did it on purpose. We try to get more spit in our instruments. This much. So basically, we got our spit valves, we essentially poured it into this collection thing, and there's 30 of us, so like, it's like a gallon of spit or whatever. Again though, it's for a show. And we just heard gags. We heard gags, and like, I overheard like one of the choir girls going, "Oh my god, do they do that all the time? They spit in their instruments? How disgusting." And then one of us had to be the one that like gave the punchline. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was like one of the bigger dudes. I think he was like, it was like the tuba player, one of the tuba player guys. And he's like, oh, you know what, guys? After playing all that music, I sure am thirsty. And then he grabs the spit collector cup. He grabs the spit collector cup and he drinks it. Again, it's a cup within a cup. So we poured our spit in a throwaway sector. But there's a cup within a cup. So what they don't see is the one that's just regular water. So he grabbed the spit collector cup, and from their point of view, he's grabbed the spit collector and he just drinks it. And at least like half of the orchestra and the choir kids all threw up, like simultaneously. And then I think, if I remember right, I think the choir teacher also threw up as well. And like, we didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Like, we all thought, okay, like, surely like one or two of them would throw up, like, at this thing. But we didn't think that we would actually make like half of everybody sick. And the thing is that like, we did this after the barbecue, so like people had like hot dog and burgers in their system. I mean, not in their system anymore. So basically, everybody is throwing up, and like, it's the hot dog and burger that they just ate. Because they thought that they saw our tuba player drink the spit. They saw the tuba player drink the spit cup. And then like, I was like, oh shit, this is way worse than I thought. I was like, coach, what do we do? If you weren't smelling it before, right? Dude, my coach was a badass though. You know what my coach said when like he saw everyone throw up? He's like, break, go, just go. We all just ran. We all just ran. He's like, oh shit. Coach just told us to go. Coach just told us to go. And we got in trouble. We got in trouble. There's no way you can hide that. So like, again, we did it like at like the local park like next to the school. And like, that was a lot of cleanup. That was like a lot of cleanup. And we all just ran. And then the coach actually got suspended for about 2 weeks for like, kind of like low-key encouraging us. And then each and every one of us, we had to do like janitor duty on the school grounds for like about a week. Oh yeah, and then also like, whatever goodwill we had with the orchestra group and the choir group, oh, that gone. That's gone. That's gone now. Oh shit! Like, the feud, the West Side Story feud, that is in full swing now. Like, it was open war at that point. It was definitely open war. The choir kids and the orchestra guys, they would no longer trust our group ever again. And then like, pretty much like for the entire year, like, it was just like trying to one-up each other with like pranks and things like that. It actually got really bad to a point that like the principal actually had to like get in on it, and the principal's like, okay, I know there's like a feud between like these three groups, and like this has to stop. So like, he actually threatened us with like failing grades if like we wouldn't stop. So I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So like, after that, the prank wars like had to stop. Because, like, we made them throw up. They made us throw up, actually, too, by the way. They made us throw up. So, one way that, like, I think this was the choir kids that got us. So, they sabotaged our mouthpieces, actually. So, like, we all had, like, a little tiny box. We all had, like, this little, like, tiny black box that, like, our mouthpieces were in. Because, like, you know, it's like a fancy box. I think I paid like $30 for mine, but one of my friends had a really fancy box. She paid like $90 for her mouthpiece box. It's a box. It's literally a box, like a box with like, you know, like a nice little pillow in there for your mouthpiece, basically. Except it's a shaped pillow. So like, it kind of like lodges in. Anyway, somebody, I guess a group of them, by the way, a group of the choir kids, they broke into, our storage cabinets for like where all of our instruments are, and then like they managed to like get everyone's like mouthpieces, and they rubbed some kind of like hospital thing on it. I don't know what it was that they rubbed on there, but it was something that like induces like patients to throw up though. So they rubbed that on everyone's mouthpiece. And the thing is that like it has to be a thin layer though. They couldn't put too much, otherwise it'd be too obvious. Like, you know, like if I pick up my mouthpiece and I see like debris on it, I'm gonna wipe it off, of course, you know. So like it had to be a thin layer, but like they still got most of us though. Like anyone that was super sensitive to like that medicine or whatever it is, ended up throwing up in the band, in like the band auditorium, and then like that's when like our coach noticed the pattern. He's like, wait a minute, so people that are not throwing up are the ones that didn't put their mouthpieces on their mouth yet, and then some of them that are throwing up did put their mouthpieces on. Not everyone, but most did. But there's not a single person here that's throwing up that didn't put their mouthpiece on. So that means, like, we checked, like, some of the mouthpieces. Like, we got, like, a cotton swab. We took it to the fucking science department to, like, get it, like, analyzed by the geeks there. And, we found that, like, it was, like, again, like, a stupid hospital medicine that makes people throw up. And we're like, oh, shit, we made them throw up, and now they made us throw up. Again, it was only half the class, though. It was a thin layer, so anyone that was, like, sensitive. Anyone that was sensitive. But they made us throw up, too. And then, we also, like, played more pranks on the orchestra people. Orchestra people played more pranks on us. There was one prank that I did, which isn't really a prank. It's actually a legit, like, real-life NTR. Las Vegas, man. Las Vegas High School. But anyway, like, I straight up, like, NTR'd one of, like, the orchestra guys' girlfriend. I actually got her to transfer to, like, our thing to play French horn. I wouldn't really call that a prank. It just messed up, actually, when you think about it. I convinced her to join the wind instrument ensemble. He was really mad at me particularly, not just the wind instrument players, but just me. And I was like, oh shit, I made a personal enemy. To be fair though, like, he was already a shit kind of boyfriend anyway though. So like I think they were already gonna break up. But like I was kind of like, I nudged her. I'd like nudged her like in the right direction. So yeah. Yeah, I did a lot of shit. I did a lot of shit in high school back then. And then college was just parties and all. In a way, college was probably worse for me because now I'm like super unhinged. Because when you're in high school, there's certain restrictions. There's like certain things you can and can't do. When you're in college, you kind of could just do whatever you want. I mean, as long as you don't get arrested. Which, to be fair, a lot of college parties would actually get people arrested. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of illegal college parties. So, I definitely ran away from some of those. I mean, to be fair, I probably would have just been detained. Because, like, I wouldn't have done anything, but I was still there, though. There was always a lookout. Like, that's just not just a movie thing. There's always actually a lookout for the feds at those parties. So, yeah. Not being arrested seems like a cider rule. Well, we do live in a society. We live in a society, Batman. Actually, I always hated that version of Joker. Bane was okay. I like Bane, but I hated that version of Joker. No one's a better Joker than Mark Hamill. Joker from the BTAS series. That was the best. Batman the Animated Series. Best one. I never liked how they started making Joker more and more psychopathic. Psychotic, whatever. I never liked psychotic Joker. I like jokey Joker. Basically, I like Silver Age Joker. Silver Age Joker is probably my favorite, actually. I mean, he's still crazy, but like he's not like, not psycho or whatever. I get enough psycho animes and like psycho dudes in anime. Although, like, I guess to be fair though, comic books get pretty dark sometimes. Hey, did you guys know a fun fact? Did you guys know that there's actually a Spider-Man comic where Spider-Man actually gets Mary Jane cancer and then she dies because of his sperm? Dude, I love Lego Batman's Joker. Dude, Lego Batman's Joker is awesome. That's actually what I pictured Joker to be. Like, just someone who's just crazy, but like, you know, just not psychotic. He's just crazy. I like that Joker. That basically is like that's like Silver Age Joker. Like, just fun crazy. But yeah, there's a comic where like, Spider-Man, like, his cum is like radioactive, and like, Mary Jane got cancer from it. Which means, you know, Mary Jane either swallowed or like he blew his load inside. Mega Man was awesome. I love Mega Man. That was a good movie. It's too bad the movie didn't do that well. Otherwise, we would have gotten a sequel, of course. It didn't do that well, but it was good enough for me, though. Then again, we did wait a long time for Incredibles, though. Like, we waited like almost like 10 years for like Incredibles 1 to like Incredibles like Incredibles 2. So like maybe Mastermind might just take a long time. There it is. Why did Incredibles 2 take 14 years? Wow, 14 years? Was that long? Damn. I just remembered in my mind as 10 years, but holy shit, 14 years? God damn. And The Incredibles was a good movie too, but they just didn't make a sequel to Incredibles for that long. But yeah, Megamind was also great though, but like, I guess it just wasn't good enough. It's all about money, obviously. It's always about money. I do like the idea that Metro Man and Megamind, he's actually super OP, but like he just chose to have fun with Megamind because they were kind of like low-key frenemies and shit. Especially like when it was revealed that like dude can move so fast like time fucking stops for him. It's like if he could do that shit, obviously he could have beat Megamind whenever he wanted to. But he didn't though, because Megamind never did anything that bad though. So it was always a game. Always a game to them. If we're getting Shrek 5, DreamWorks can bring Will Ferrell back from Megamind 2. But the thing is that, like, Shrek, oh my god, Shrek got worse and worse for me. Oh my god. I'm okay with Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is a sequel. Like, every sequel, honestly, it just doesn't have the same magic as Shrek 1. Shrek 1 was great. I like Shrek 1. I feel like after Shrek 2, honestly, even starting with Shrek 2, every Shrek movie is just like memes. I feel like Shrek now is like the meme movie. Because that's what the first movie was, to be fair. The first movie, like, had like a lot of references to pop culture, but then like, I feel like after that though, they're like, hey, people like pop culture references. We should do that more. And by doing more, like, jack it up to like 11. It's like Family Guy. It's Family Guy and Simpsons all over again. Because that's all they are. Family Guy and Simpsons now is nothing but pop culture references. So like every movie for Shrek now is just modern pop culture references. But the bad thing about that though is that they kind of don't age that well unless you like grew up with those references. Like Simpsons, for example. It's like if you were to watch like the older seasons of like Simpsons or Family Guy, but like you're like a younger person, you wouldn't get some of those references they would talk about. Especially if they talk about actors and shit like that, right? Like, there's a lot of old Looney Tunes cartoons and like Tom and Jerry cartoons that have like references to like actors back in the 80s and 70s. And like, anybody born now wouldn't know what those references are. They just would be confused about like why certain things would be funny. It's like, it's funny if you know what they're referencing. Simpsons and Futurama, definitely. Simpsons and Futurama are definitely two shows that would age also very horribly. Although Simpsons is still going, so Simpsons like just never gonna die. Like Bart has been like fucking 10 years old for like the past 20 years. 20 to 25 years, past 30 years. Oh my god. Past 40. He's been 30 for like the past 40 years. I remember like watching on YouTube like the very first season of Simpsons, when it was just shorts, like not actually like an actual season, but just like shorts, and like the characters look way different, like the animation's super different and everything like that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how old Simpsons actually was. Like back when they had like triangle heads, like back in like the very first episodes they had. And I was like, oh damn, this thing is like hella old. Holy shit. Yeah, back when The Simpsons was a late night animated skit, before they got their own time slot. Yeah, like those were the first ones. Before, like, I guess they were popular enough that they decided to make it into like an actual cartoon. And even then, like the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Simpsons, it was actually more of a sitcom than like, you know, like pop culture references and memes. They didn't bring in the memes and pop culture references until like maybe like season 5 of Simpsons. And then after that, now it is what it is today. It's nothing but pop culture references, basically. Do you know how I know when I started feeling old about Simpsons? When, like, they were singing, like, fucking, like, Lady Gaga songs and, like, Taylor Swift songs on The Simpsons. And I was like, oh, I can't identify with this at all. Oh shit, this is not, I'm not the target audience anymore now. I remember, oh shit, I think there was like one even like opening for Simpsons 2. I think it was like literally just like a Lady Gaga song or something. And I was like, oh, the cringe. And then I realized that like Family Guy and like American Dad were like all like doing the same shit too. And I was like, oh my god, it's all pop culture references. They all kind of de-evolved into pop culture references too, because like Family Guy in the first 2 seasons, they didn't have too much of that. But then like as like the series kept on going on, and the characters got more popular, they just started putting more memes in there to like make it more relevant and shit. Although it is funny when they do make fun of themselves, but like I only see that as YouTube clips though. I won't actually watch an episode anymore. I saw a YouTube clip where they did make fun of themselves about how like everyone's got like a smartphone, but like back in season 1 of Family Guy, like they didn't have smartphones or something. It's like, that makes sense. Just because like the time period it came out in. That reminds me of how like, I was watching some talk shows one time. When I say talk shows, I mean like as recent as like 2015, by the way. And one of the talk show hosts was mentioning how like a lot of old sitcoms, only old people can watch it because like a lot of the problems they have in those sitcoms, it gets solved with modern technology. So like those problems wouldn't even exist anymore. Like the Brady Bunch. There were so many problems in the Brady Bunch that would get fixed if everyone literally had a smartphone. Like, yeah, no, like if every family member had a smartphone and like 3 boys, 3 girls, and then the husband and wife, it's like if everyone had a smartphone, everybody would know where everyone was, they would never get lost, and also like you wouldn't have to worry about like trying to keep secrets as much because everyone would be texting to each other as well. Because like there was definitely, I grew up with Brady Bunch, like there's definitely a lot of episodes where like they're trying to find somebody. They're trying to find like one of the kids that wandered off or something, or like they're trying to catch something, and it's like if they literally had like any form of modern technology, this episode would be like 5 minutes long. It's like, oh geez, where's Bobby? Oh, hold on, let me call him. Oh, Bobby is like over like at the Ferris wheel. I was like, oh, okay. And then like the mom could literally just text Bobby like, Bobby, don't you move or you're grounded, young mister. But then like in that same carnival episode though, like they keep like missing each other. Like they literally like walk past each other, but they miss each other because, you know, they don't know where each other is. So, yeah. Yeah, like, same thing too for anime. No, like, I remember feeling really old when, like, I saw, like, a more modern anime recently, and, like, they have a smartphone. Because I remember, like, dude, back in Suzumiya Haruhi age, they began flip phones. Flip phones! I remember Bamboo Blade. That's another good old manga that I used to read. Bamboo Blade does have an anime too, by the way, if you watch an anime. Bamboo Blade is about a girl who does kendo, and they had flip phones. They have flip phones in that anime. And I was all like, I remember watching that back in the day, by the way, watching it. And I was like, oh cool, they got flip phones. I have a flip phone. But then like, now everyone's got smartphones, and when you watch it, they all have smartphones now, and you're like, oh shit, this is like super modern. Oh, Inuyasha, they talk about that shit too, by the way. In Inuyasha, like, the original running of Inuyasha was in the 90s, right? So, in the 90s, flip phones would have been cutting edge. But then, like, the new Inuyasha sequel with their kids, they got smartphones. And Kagome does mention that. Like, her daughter is showing Kagome, like, her smartphone. And Kagome's like, what the hell is that? And her daughter is all like, oh, this is my smartphone. And then, like, Kagome, she understood phone, not smart. She understood the phone part. It's like, wait, is that a portable phone? And Kagome's like, oh, I have a flip phone. And the daughter's all like, wow, I haven't seen one of those in forever, Mom. And she's all like, oh, damn. Back when I was your age, we just had flip phones. And it kind of makes sense, too, because, like, Inuyasha ended in the 90s. But then, like, we waited, like, literally 20 years for the sequel to come out. So when you think about it, it kind of makes sense that the kids would have smartphones now, because it's been 20 years. For those of you that haven't seen the sequel to, like, Inuyasha, with the kids, trust me, you're not missing out on that much. It doesn't have the same feeling as the original Inuyasha. Also, like, no one's aged, really. It's kind of weird. Like the older cast hasn't really aged that much because everyone's a demon, and everyone's either a demon or, like, a magical person, so, like, they're not old. It's like, I was really expecting to watch the sequel and be like, okay, cool, everyone's old now. And I'm like, everyone, like, literally looks the same. Oh, except for the loli character. No, it's funny that they did an exception to the rule. The loli character is the only one that grew up because she had to grow up. Otherwise, she still would have been a loli, and that just would have been weird, considering that Sesshomaru has a kid with her, which would have been weird because that would have made him a pedophile. So he waited. To be fair, he did wait for her to grow up first before he tapped that ass. It's funny because, like, a lot of people were, like, shipping, like, Rin and Sesshomaru back in the day. I was like, yo, wait. Well, right now, she's, like, 6 years old, which means that Sesshomaru would have to actually wait, like, at least, like, 10 years for it to, like, not be as wrong anymore. Although it's feudal. Considering we're talking about feudal Japan, I guess it would have been okay for him even if he, like, got her at, like, 13, I guess. Because that's back in the day. But it's still weird, though, that Sesshomaru would still need to wait a certain amount of years before he could tap that. That would mean that from his perspective, as a 1,000-year-old demon, he's like, hey, this human child that, like, I have taken under my wing right now, I'm just gonna wait. Like, obviously, I'm sure Sesshomaru wasn't thinking it like that, though. It's like, I guess maybe he eventually fell in love with Rin, but, like, it's still kind of odd that they ended up having kids. It's odd because, like, their kids are about the same age as Kagome's kids, which means that, like, Inuyasha tapped Kagome at the same time that Sesshomaru tapped Rin. But everyone's fucking magical and demon, so age is fucking irrelevant now. It's kind of like when you watch, like, fantasy animes, and it's like, hey, I'm an elf character. I'm, like, 900 years old, and this is my associate. My associate is, like, half demon angel, because that's not edgy enough, and, like, he's, like, 5,000 years old. It's like, when it gets to that point in age, it's like, do we need to be calling out people's ages anymore? It's like, it feels like it means nothing to me now. Especially when they show a loli character, it's like, they have to say how old a loli character is just to make sure that it's not weird for anyone. It's like, oh yeah, see the short stack right there? That short stack is actually, like, older than me. It's like, say, what? And then the short stack has, like, a really high-pitched voice. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm over 10,000 years old. So what you're saying is that it wouldn't be wrong. Or maybe it might still be wrong, but, like, it wouldn't be as wrong. Because in your people, you're an adult. But everyone will look at us weird, though. It's always weird when they show, like, 10,000-year-old, like, loli characters in, like, anime and manga. But then they always go out of their way to say, oh, by the way, like, they're actually considered adults in their race though. So like, if a human character and the human character's like only like 18 years old, the human character's like, so I can actually like fuck her then. Like, I guess you could. It kind of makes them the cradle robbers then, because like the 1,000-year-old elf is getting it on with like a fucking 16-year-old Japanese high school kid who got like isekai'd like into their world. When you think about it, from the elf's perspective, the 16-year-old human is practically a baby. Basically, when you think about it, all the fucking like 1,000-year-old like monster chicks in the isekai animes, they're practically shotacons. Just by comparison, they're practically shotacons, since like the isekai human is only like 15 to 16, 17 years old or something like that. Modern equivalent, MC treats Lily like a child, Lily says I'm much harder than you. Although, I remember a fun thing with Toru no Index though. Like the teacher is like a fucking 30-year-old chain smoker, but it's lowly. It's a lowly 30-year-old chain smoker that drinks and smokes all the time. And one of the students is like 14 years old. He's like 14 years old, but he looks like he's 30 because he smokes too, but he's smoking at 14, so that's illegal. You know, like, you're not supposed to be smoking at such a young age, but I assume he looks older because of magic, because they have magic in Toru no Index. But I remember how, like, people were showing, like, some funny scenes, and, like, how, like, he's able to walk into bars, and he's able to go into, like, older areas without being asked for an ID because of how old he looks, but he's, like, a middle school student. And then the lolly girl needs a friend to vouch for her, because even though she has ID, a lot of cops don't accept her ID. It's like, yo, miss, you can't go in this bar. And she's like, I'll have you know I'm 30. And then she shows the ID, but then they think it's a fake ID. So, like, she either needs to be friends with the barkeep, or she needs to have a friend go with her and say that, like, oh, like, actually she is 30 years old. So, yeah. That reminds me, like, you guys remember back when I was playing Fantasy Harem, and Fantasy Harem was the hentai game that got my original channel banned? So, funny enough, when I started uploading Fantasy Harem, those Fantasy Harem streams to Pornhub did actually take down one of my videos I uploaded, and I was like, yo, why is Pornhub deleting my videos now? And Pornhub told me it's because, like, the lowly elf chick, like, looks too young, and it's like, she's the older sister, technically, actually. The lowly character is technically the older sister, because I think the younger sister is, like, 500 years old, and then the lowly elf girl is, like, 1,000 years old or something, and then, like, the Pornhub administrator was like, yeah, no, I get it, I get the anime thing, but she still looks really young, so we have to delete this video because of the ecchi scene in it. I'm like, damn it. So what if I edit out the ecchi scene? And he's like, oh, then that's okay then. Like, basically he said, like, I could upload that stream. I just had to, like, edit out the ecchi scene. So that way, like, I had to edit out the ecchi scene of the lowly elf girl. So that way, like, Pornhub would allow it on. So Pornhub was okay with the other chicks in Fantasy Harem. But, like, they wouldn't do the lowly elf chick. And I was like, oh, okay. Basically, I think the only way for me to get away with doing the lowly elf stuff now is to, like, basically stream on Niku Niku Doga. I think Niku Niku Doga might be the only place for me to do it. At this point, I'm pretty sure cops after a while will end up knowing that the lowly Baba is actually an adult. Pretty much. I've actually always wondered the cultural ramifications of a fantasy realm with, like, dwarfs and like halflings. It's like, would it be taboo for a human to, like, date a dwarf or a halfling? Usually they are, because humans tend to be the most racist, right? It's weird. I feel like it's either humans or elves that are, like, the most racist in, like, fantasy worlds. And, like, if a human dates, like, a dwarf or elf, like, would that make them look like a pedophile? You know? It's all like, it's like you're dating a halfling or whatever. It's like, guys, she's old enough, you know? Yeah, fuck humans. Exactly, right? I noticed, dude, it's always humans. It is. It's literally always humans. It's not even always elves. Half the time. I'll say half the time it's elves. Like, half the time, the elf characters think that they're just automatically better than everyone. But then most of the time, humans think they're better than everyone. But then, like, they shit on, like, the elves, the dragon people. They shit on, like, the goblins and the troll people and whatever like that. Like, the human characters shit on, like, every other race. And then all of the other races had to, like, form together to fight against the humans. It's especially, like, in these isekai animes, too. Isekai animes love pulling that trope. But the thing is that, like, this has been a trope since, like, the 90s anime, though. Like, even back in 90s and even 80s anime, humans are always seen as the one who thinks they're above everybody else, and they put, like, every other race below them. Even though they're obviously stronger, though, which is kind of weird. A lot of 90s anime, like Slayers, for example, that I used to watch, like the humans thought they were better than, like, the dragon people. And I'm all, like, mind blown. I'm like, dragon people. Dragon. They're dragons. Do you really want to piss off the dragon people? But they do. They piss off the dragon people. And then, like, it's like one dragon guy could take down, like, a platoon of, like, human knights, basically. And then the humans are all like, oh, the dragon people are so dangerous because they're so strong and shit. And it's like, you guys attacked first, though. Like, the dragon people, they weren't doing shit. You're the one that attacked them. And then they're just defending themselves. And then, like, propaganda and all that. They're like, oh, the dragon people, they're savages and shit. We gotta kill them all and crap. It's like, you literally just pissed off, like, a race of, like, dragon people that can live up to 1,000 years, and your human people can only live up to 100. Like, what was the game? What was the end game here, you know? And then the humans wonder at the end of the series, like, geez, I wonder why the elves said no to our alliance, you know? It's like, we asked the elves for help, we asked the dwarves for help, we asked the trolls for help, and they didn't want to help us for some reason. Says the aristocrat with, like, the slave elf on his side. It's like, hey, elf slave, the elves didn't want to partner up with us for some reason. And then the elf slave is all like, I don't know, master. Don't know why they wouldn't want to help you, master. It's all like, yeah, I really wonder why. Maybe the genocide too, for, like, that innocent dragon people village didn't help, probably. High elves going full third rich, dark elves enslave everyone, including themselves. Dark elves are always not consistent in media. I think there's a lot of play. There's, like, a lot of play with dark elves. Sometimes dark elves are, like, corrupted versions of regular elves. Sometimes they're just an alternate race altogether. Like, they're just entirely different. The only thing that's similar is that they have the pointy ears. That's, like, the only similar thing. And the dark skin. Obviously, the dark skin. Sometimes the dark elves are also, like, man-made. Like, they're also, like, artificial or some shit. When I say man-made, I don't mean made by man. I just mean, like, made from magical means or something. Or made through whatever. Elves can be, like, almost anything. Or night elves, I mean. Like, dark elves can be almost anything. I get more consistency with, like, regular elves. Or, like, goblins. Or, like, orcs and shit. Yeah. I kind of wish we leaned more into Monster Girls. It looks like we were starting to lean into Monster Girls for a bit back in, like, the 2010s, 2015s. It looks like we kind of veered away from Monster Girls. And I think it's because Monster Girls is too much fetish bait. Not too many studios want to pick up, like, Monster Girl stuff. To be fair, that's the only way I look at Monster Girls too. I only look at Monster Girls as fetish bait. So maybe I'm part of the problem. There's, like, not too many wholesome stories about Monster Girls. Most Monster Girls series out there is, like, ecchi or, like, hentai. They're practically hentai ecchi all the time. They're not, like, they're usually not wholesome. And there's always, like, an uncensored version of it, too. Just to rein in that, like, it wasn't that wholesome in the first place. Like, the closest one I could think of to being wholesome was the Monster Girl anime with the teacher. Like, he's in high school and, like, he's teaching Monster Girls. But even then, though, it's clear to see that that was definitely fetish bait too, though. Because, like, half of those students was like trying to get with the teacher. So like, you know, it's another harem. It's another harem situation. Also, the teacher too. Like, it wasn't just the students. The teachers were also monsters. So you also was like double dipping. You were double dipping into fetishes because now you got like the hot teacher character who is also like a cat girl or something like that. So yeah, that was like super fetishy. Yeah, so like now I think about it, like it, yeah, they're all like fetish. They're all just ecchi. They all just ended like being like ecchi shows on some level. Although we still get some shows like Kodomo no Jikan every once in a while, and that's just Twitter bait right there. I remember when Kodomo Jikan was like in the news, man. To be fair, the story definitely doesn't resonate with a lot of people though. Like the whole like elementary school teacher thing, that I think the age difference might be a little bit stretched out there. Like high school student to teacher is seen as like a relatively normal thing in Japanese media, but going from elementary student to teacher, that's definitely a much more wider gap. Oh shit! And then like other than Kodomo no Jikan, there's also like another one too. Oh, there we go. My little sister can't be that's cute. That one was the incest. That was the incest one. Yeah, there we go. Those two in the news. I remember. Kodomo no Jikan and My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. Ori Imo. They were both in the news. And he did get with his. Okay, wait. I can't remember. Were they half siblings or were they full siblings? I think they were half siblings. I can't remember anymore. He had a harem too. That's what pisses me off. What really pisses me off is that like the dude in Ori Imo in My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute, he legit had a harem of not blood related. They were full siblings? Goddamn, they were full siblings. But yeah, I remember he had a harem of not blood related girls going after him, and he still went the sister route. I'd be like, yo, bro, come on, man, yo, bro. And a lot of them were way hotter. They were way hotter than his sister. And then also like, two of those girls were ready to like pounce on his dick as well. But no, he had to go for his tsundere sister too. He went for the tsundere girl too. That pisses me off. I was like, why? You see, Toradora was a little bit better. Toradora, he still ended up with the tsundere chick, but at least Toradora didn't deal with like half the bullshit that Kodomo no Jikan and Ori Imo did. You could say you respect the author for going full incest instead of pussing out with the not blood-related siblings. That's true, and you see that with a lot of Dane Sims. A lot of erogays pull that at the very last second. Like you're not full blood-related. You're just you were adopted or some shit like that. Oh, one of the erogays that I always recommend to people, Yume Miura Kusuri, or My Dream is a Drug. That one's got a really good story to it, and the main character was adopted, and there was actually even in one of the routes you take, not a sister route actually, just going after the high school student council. By the way, like he actually gets pissy at like his parents for like not being like his real parents or whatever like that, and like then like his sister kind of barges in too, and like says that she loves him too. Funny enough, in Yume Miura Kusuri, there is no sister route, which kind of surprised me, actually. Because, like, literally at the start of the eroge, they automatically tell you that, like, the player character was adopted, but yet they never do the sister route. It's, like, one of the few eroges I've played where they don't do a sister route. Because in almost every eroge I've ever played that, like, has, like, the super hot sister, it's all like, oh god, like, we're really close to each other, but we shouldn't get too close. And then like halfway through the eroge, they're like, did we mention that you're adopted? It's like, oh, well, okay then. Now it's fine. Now it's completely fine. At least Sword Art Online didn't end that way. I actually was really afraid that Sword Art Online would end up with Kirito not hooking up with Asuna, but instead he would go with his hot cousin instead. Cause Kirito's cousin like had like a super crush on him and shit. What actually kind of annoyed me is that they dedicated fucking 2 arcs to that shit, too. Not just 1 arc. 2 arcs to, like, his cousin, like, wanted to bang him and crap. I was like, really? We needed a second arc for this? The first arc was good enough. You had to like really home in the whole like she loves her cousin bit. The cousin is not nearly as bad as like siblings. It's not as bad. And in fact, in Japan, it's kind of normal. It's kind of normal in Japan. Actually, in Case Closed, I remember an episode in Case Closed actually. There's a dubbing. I remember watching the dub and then seeing the sub, and they had to change one episode really heavily actually because like a couple was married cousins. In Case Closed, in this episode, it's not the murder. Obviously, it's Case Closed, murder. It's always murder. But anyway, like in the dub, the characters were like talking about like, you know, like the suspects and everything. And then like one of the characters, like they found out like she's married. And then they found out that she's married to her cousin, right? In the dub, they make the character shock. In the dub, they're all like, oh, you're married to your cousin? Is that even legal? Can they do that? But then like in the Japanese sub though, if you watch the Japanese version though, that exact same scene, they don't give a shit. Like instead, like they're just going through the paperwork and they're all like, oh, look at like these two are married and they're actually cousins. And then the detective goes, oh, interesting. Check on their family background history. Like they kind of just like literally like no one gives a shit, like in the sub version. But like in the dub version, since it's for Americans, they have to put the taboo part in there because for America, obviously it's like not as common or not as culturally accepted. I should say culturally accepted instead of not as common because we still have like that redneck stereotype in America where like rednecks marry their cousins all the time and shit. Same thing too for Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon had a strange amount of lovable cousins in Sailor Moon. Oh, I remember, I remember like one of the biggest controversies about Sailor Moon too. And I remember my sister loved watching Sailor Moon back in the day. I think it was like Sailor Uranus and like Sailor Neptune or something. I think in the dub, they said that they were kissing cousins, but then in the sub, they're actually not related. They're not related at all. They're lesbians. They're straight up just lesbians. But like for some reason, kissing cousins it was better in the dub than like having them just say they're non-related lesbians though. It was like the Time Stop chick. I remember like it was the Time Stop chick, and it was like another Sailor Scout, and like yeah, they were just straight up just lesbos. And in the dub, I remember it's all like, oh no, it's okay for them to kiss because they're cousins. It's like they're giving each other tongue. No, that's okay. They're cousins. Really? That's okay. I'm surprised that when they did the dub, they didn't just like delete the scene. Basically, wouldn't that have been even better? Actually, wouldn't that have been easier? It would have been easier for them just to delete the scene of them kissing, rather than try to like dub over an excuse for like why they're allowed to kiss. You have to remember though, this was the 90s though, so like it was a lot more conservative. So they probably didn't want any lesbians in the Sailor Moon cartoon for little girls to watch. Maybe they were afraid that like if little girls like saw girls kissing in Sailor Moon, that it would make girls think that it was okay to kiss other girls, and like there'd be more lesbians. I guess I don't know. To be fair, college actually turns a lot of women into lesbians anyway, though. I think I want to say college age is when a lot of girls experiment. At the very least, become bisexual. They end up becoming bisexual instead of being like straight only. High school and college life is like, oh god, oh girlfriend, you want to experiment, and then you know we all know how that shit goes. I remember like in the remake, in the Sailor Moon like 2000 remake though, they did fix the lesbo shit. So like now like everyone knows they're lesbians. But in the original 90s dub, they obviously was more conservative. But it's funny to think about that though. That was what a time, right? What a time. Did I do all my gacha for the day? Did I do all my gacha for the day? Basically, I accidentally did the March band thing, and I ended up getting Star 15 by accident. And then I did all the anniversary shit. I got WAD 2000. I got 416 dupe. That's a black card. I got Loli 57. And then I got Marching Band Oop 9. I would have loved to get like Saiga or like R5 or something. I didn't get it obviously, but whatever. I did pretty well for my gachas. Spent $200 and I did not spend more than $200. Oh shit, I didn't give her this. I didn't give her the costume. Oh, I didn't give her the costume. There we go. I got so into rant. I got so into rant mode until I forgot about it. There we go. Nice. I already have her in mod 2, which means that like I wasted a lot of combat reports. But now that she's got a costume, I feel like I'm obligated to oath her now. I have 11 oath rings, so I think I could fucking spare one. To a girl that like I never really noticed. And her Digimon sucks anyway. Congratulations, you only get oath because of the anniversary and because like I wailed hard for oath rings.
指揮官の気持ちはとっくに知ってるよ。でもこうしてはっきり言われるとちょっと恥ずかしいです。とりあえず二人で散歩でも行きませんか?
Cool. Good talk. I wonder if they're going to ever mention in Girls Frontline 2, like about like oath rings and shit. Like I wonder if there like be any relevance to. I wonder how much they'll talk about the commander's past life in that. Like, I wonder if like girls ever mentioned that, like when you're like in the room with her, like she'd be all like, "Commander, remember like all those like oath rings you gave away back in the day?" And then the commander would be like, "Aha! I gave away like so many oath rings." Like maybe they're canonized. Maybe they're canonized like how many oath rings the commander gave out or some shit. Or maybe girls there would be like super jealous or something. She'd be like, "I didn't like that you gave so many oath rings back in the day," or something. You know, like I wonder if they're actually like talk about stuff like that. Man or Shikike. Or girl. Remember, you could play as a guy or a girl in Girls Frontline 2. You could be either or. Good on Mika. Good on Mika for letting us play as a guy and a girl, by the way. So you could be lesbo. You could be lesbo commander. So that's cool. That's cool. Oh, 51. 51. Nice. Oh, cool. 3 hours. That's a fairy. That's probably a fodder fairy, but whatever. The rings just contain a free update to Windows 11. This is a future man. I think you mean like Windows 20. Windows 20 or some shit. Actually, to be fair, we're getting like close to like the actual year of Girls Frontline, which is pretty scary. It's always funny when like whenever we get close to the year of like future shit, like remember Back to the Future? Oh, dude, I remember how like everybody was like so excited about like us getting to like Back to the Future year. Back to the Future year. July 3rd. No, not that one. Not that one. 2021? Wait. What year was it? 2015. That's what it was. 2015. I had to Google it. They arrived in the year 2015 on the day October 21st. Yeah, 2015. People were excited. Dude, that was 7 years ago. 2015 was 7 years ago. Wow. Damn. Yeah, people were excited. And then I remember people were making jokes too. People were like making jokes. They were like, yo, where's our hoverboards? Where's our hoverboards? Where's our self-tying shoelaces? Flying cars, like all the stuff they showed in that movie, obviously it didn't come true. It didn't come true. I mean, if not wrong on Girls Frontline time, Ukraine was invaded on 2021. Yo man, this is scary, yo. This is scary. We about to go into GFL time. This is scary, yo. Remember guys, when it happens, I'm totally building IOP. Who wants to work for me? I will be the first president of IOP. We gotta get on the robot waifus, guys. I will hire future prospects. Don't worry if you don't have a background in medical or like robotic technology or anything like that, because you know what? Even if you don't have a background in robotic technology or like the sciences, I can still hire you. Do you know why I can still hire you? Because I need testers. Guys, I need someone to test out my T-dolls. So if you would like to apply for being a tester, feel free to send your application to iop@tetsamaru.com. If you survive, you get a fucking cute robo girl. No. You see, that's the thing though. When we first start making it, they cannot come with a womb force yet because it would be highly controversial, right? No. We gotta watch out. We make sure we don't burn to the ground first. We don't come out with the room force until like maybe 10 years after the company starts up. So after we get like in a good standing with like all of our investors, then we can make the womb force, and then like the investors would be more open to the idea, because they'll be like, gentlemen, my investors, I have a proposition for you. What if we move to the pornographic industry? You know, because like, you know, it's like, what if like less women want to like strip nowadays, right? So it's like, hey, we still need strippers, right? So that's where we hire T-dolls. Time to start making T-dolls. It's like, think about this, gentlemen. In the future, strip clubs, they can order ready-to-made strippers and shit, like for their clubs, and they can order like the exact type that they need. Maybe they have too many white girls, right? So they order in like more like Latino bitches and like dark-skinned girls. Or maybe it's a Japanese strip club, and maybe they have too many Asian girls, so they need more foreign like strippers. So the Japanese strip club, they order like like white American like robot T-dolls, or like you know, Latino. I went back to Latinos for some reason. You know, like the possibilities are endless. And then for like the soldiers, right? The soldiers. That's where the IOP T-dolls come in. It's like we still send cute girls out to the military because the girls would be like, they would like raise morale and shit. I don't know. That's the way I would sell it. And then like in the future, I could become like a monster that I've like sought never to become. And then I will make myself live forever somehow with science. And then I will leave. I'll leave IOP mysteriously, and my vice president will become the new owner. And then I will mysteriously appear with a white faction known as Parodias. And then you guys would be super old by then. And you'd be like, Tetsamaru, I thought he died. Why does he still look so young though? And why is he organizing this terrorist group and shit? And why is his tech so great? Why has he got like flying Gundams and shit? Oh, what happened? What happened to Tetsamaru? He was such a good person back then. But then like you guys don't know the pain. You guys don't know my true backstory. I'm trying to revive this lost girl that I met back then, and I'm trying to revive her through the age of like robotics technology or some shit. You see, I got this plan. I got all this planned. My rise and my fall, I have it all planned. And then one day, a young Shikikon, 100 years later, will finally overthrow me. And he'll be like, it's over. Your reign of terror is over. And I'll be all like, never! That's my story. That's my fanfic. That's my fucking OC. That's my OC fanfic right there. I'm William. I'm basically William. It is 12:14 a.m. my time. I have work tomorrow. So today was a good gacha. With a low price of $200. And I will see you guys Friday or something. I'll see you guys this Friday. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some dinner. So, good night, everyone. See you next time.